I can't see the laptop, so I don't know if there's red numbers, but I'm guessing we got some red numbers over there.
You're a loser.
So it's time for our weekly beer review. We always review beers on the Dumpster Talk podcast.
Literally never
What?
done that. Never.
What?
Ever. Have we ever done that?
Okay. Well, why don't you give us a little briefing on what you got in your hand there, Michael?
I'm currently drinking a Ransack the Universe by Collective Arts.
There's a beautiful cans they always make.
Yeah, it's got a purple dandelion taped with some very colorful tape.
You know what that
on the
is?
side.
That's the flower from Braveheart.
Fuck off.
Yeah, remember when she gives him...
I've never seen Braveheart.
You've never seen
No,
Braveheart? You're
not all the way through.
Really?
No.
That might be the most movie I'd probably rewatch that more than anything else.
Than any other movie?
It was such a huge favorite movie amongst my friends.
More than
growing up.
there's some Christmas movies you've seen more, for sure.
I don't know. We watched Braveheart so many times. It was just a constant staple.
Home Alone.
No, I've definitely seen Braveheart more than Home Alone.
Really?
I think the movie I've seen most is probably Billy Madison. That's what I've watched the most.
Mine is, there's two movies that I used to watch on repeat at the cottage. It's Tommy Boy and Ace Ventura.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did a lot of
So
Ventura.
those two, there's nothing I've seen more than those two movies.
That final scene in Ventura when he's beating up the mascot. And it's so fantastic.
I need to rewatch that movie.
There's two scenes that are so priceless in that, and one of them is like it's Jim Carrey's greatest. I don't want to say it's his greatest achievement, but it's so impressive. He's wearing a tutu. He's trying to get into the psych ward.
Yeah,
And
that's a great.
He
scene.
runs a football play.
Yeah,
And let's see that again in
slow motion.
But he does it in reverse first, so he backs himself up.
Yeah.
and then slams his head into the bench crazy hard at the end. It's a massive acting achievement. Like, how could you come up with that?
Yeah.
Apparently, he's just like totally.
He's a
making
nut
the
bar.
shot. What's that?
He's a nut bar.
He's insane.
Yeah, he's insane. Though I thought you were going to bring up the part where he's in the pool trying to figure out what happened to the dolphin.
Yeah, and he does that big leg bend and the fisheye camera.
He's in there and he's like trying to look around and he's doing all the voices.
He pretends to be the dolphin trainer.
Yeah.
Does you have a dorsal fin?
Does he have a dorsal fin? Do you know him? Do you love him?
Does he have a dorsal fin?
Does he call you at home? Yeah. That scene was great, man.
Yeah, the movie's priceless. And then the mascot fight at the end, he finally sees that bird he's been trying to catch from the start of the movie. Sees it, runs over to grab it, but
because he falls off a roof trying to catch it early on. Yeah.
So some dick in a mascot suit, you walk over to the water cooler and he smacks the bird out of the way and fills up his jug. And Jim's like, "You just cost me $30,000, asshole."
Yeah.
And the guy in the country goes, "Yeah, blow me."
I don't even think I knew what blow me meant. When
And
I
then
was
he just
out.
goes, "Oh," and you see him. He gives him like a small tap with his right arm. Gives him a small right, and then this wild left hook that comes from
Yeah, he's got that haymaker, right?
way
Just like
behind
that.
his ear. Just cracks his beak. Oh, it's
Like
so,
straight arm, just
Oh.
fucking smacks him.
so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could watch that again. I hadn't seen that in a long time.
I'm gonna go out of my way to find that movie and watch it again because
I'll
it
watch
was
it.
great.
Oh, go ahead and get that pirate box like you hate so much. You can watch anything you want.
Yeah, it's not for me.
And that's
but
not for you.
Not for me.
You were a man of morals.
A couple.
Not I. But you never finished your beer review. That is the flower from Braveheart when...
That's got nothing to do with beer reviewing.
well, I don't know, but nonetheless, we're looking at the can.
Yeah.
And
Where's
the
the
can-
Scotch tape from?
I don't know. The Scotch tape has nothing to do with it.
Oh, but the flower from Braveheart does.
William Wallace's mom dies. Little girl runs over, gives him a flower to cheer him up.
Okay.
20 years later, William Wallace comes back. He still has the flower wrapped up, gives it to her. And he's like, "I love you, always have." And then, goes on from there.
Do your best impression.
No.
Come on. Go. Go.
Do your best.
Dance,
My
monkey.
best Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson in Braveheart.
I can do my favorite scene, but it doesn't have Mel Gibson in it.
Well, it's going to give us a Scottish accent. That's probably pretty good.
I'm dying. Leave me be. No. You're going to love? I've lived long enough to see you grow into the man you are. I'm a happy man. and then he
I like
dies.
how you did a good cross-eyed.
And then he dies. They edited out the fart, but that would have been
Yeah, because he probably released his bowels there, right?
yeah. So then William Wallace looking over there all bummed out and shit. But that was the scene I often reenact with a friend of mine. When my friend Matt, I see him so seldomly now, but when we do meet each other up, we just quote Braveheart the entire time.
The entire time. But you never do a Mel Gibson version.
Well, no, we always do. I love you, always have. Like it's always, but he had a terrible accent in it. It wasn't good because it was too clear. And even back, you're talking about way back then when it was a completely different language. It had Latin in it and shit, right? So
yeah, you wouldn't be able to understand it.
No, it was like half Welsh and all
It would
this
make
nonsense.
it a shitty movie.
It would make it a very shitty movie, yeah.
The only scene that I remember of that movie, and this is because it's the only scene I've probably seen from that movie, is the one where the guy gets the Morning Star in the head as he wakes up in bed. So a guy wakes up in bed.
Yeah, he's a mace to the head, yeah.
Yeah, he gets that Morning Star right in the fucking head.
Yeah.
And we had it on VHS. I don't remember who I was with.
Would you slow it down?
Is slow it down
we
and
did that
watch
too.
it, and then you'd see the person going like, and then boom, a dummy,
Yeah.
and then watch the dummy's head get like you watch that cut happen, and we went back and forth so many times that part of the movie didn't play properly anymore.
yeah,
It just kind of went
Keep on
staticky.
stretching that film, yeah.
Yeah,
We did
rewind,
that too.
play,
'Cause
rewind,
you had to
play.
watch it across two tapes. Remember, it was two VHS tapes.
Yeah, yeah, you had to actually stop and put the other one in. Yeah, I remember Titanic had that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. They probably could have put it on one tape, but it was probably expensive for them to figure it out and just not give these idiots two VHSs. Release it 4 years after the. Remember, like I remember waiting for Wayne's World to come out on VHS for like 2.5 years. It took production companies did not give a shit about how long it took because you're going to buy it anyway.
Yeah.
They didn't have to strike when the iron was hot.
Yeah, it wasn't as much out there.
They
There
didn't
wasn't
give
as
a
many
shit.
studios. There
Yeah.
wasn't as much going on. Yeah.
But there was like really funny. There's other like funny production companies back then. I remember like renting a movie because it said like Estevez on it, and I'm gonna duff some names here, but it said Estevez, Stallone, and somebody else, and Seagal maybe or something. Right? We're like, we'll fucking get this.
Which movie?
I don't know. I'm not saying what movie it was. I'm just saying like a lot of movie boxes or posters when you go to a Blockbuster or whatever it was. They just list the names of the actors on it, but you'd get it home, and it wouldn't be Emilio Estevez. It would be,
Julio Estevez.
yeah. And they were literally they were doing this intentionally. They were hiring their brothers, or they were hiring. So there was like Frank Stallone was Sylvester Stallone's brother who had a small movie career, music career.
Yeah.
So they'd like
different Stallone.
They
in a
literally
different
cast him in VHS or made for TV movies, and knowing that they'd get huge VHS releases based on people just being like, it's a Stallone movie, get it.
Yeah.
Not that a problem anymore.
Wait, it worked. You rented some.
Yeah, we did it from time to time. We got a lot. We used to get a lot of Seagal movies.
Yeah.
And then we started renting the UFCs, the original UFCs.
Yeah.
You'd always get one of those.
I remember like that was a good time going to the movie store and renting a movie. And now people like,
Good way to have an argument too. Yeah.
well, yeah, 'cause you're allowed to rent one. But nowadays, like going on like the iTunes store and renting a movie for $5.99, prices haven't changed much. That's like what, $3.99 to $5.99 for 20 years later.
It's mental.
That's actually not bad.
It's crazy that anyone does it.
People fucking don't do it.
No, I can't imagine anyone ever paying. I don't know why anyone would rent a digital movie.
I do it all the time.
You rent a digital
Yeah,
movie?
because I want it now and I don't want it to be shitty. I want it. I have paid a lot of money for my TV. I have a nice TV. I don't want to watch some half-rate.
I'm half blind, so I don't
garbage.
care what kind of visual quality I have.
And you paid to be with the eyesight you have now.
I paid. I mean, it's a giant improvement, but it's still like I had Coke bottle glasses before. I can't. It's not like I can see 20/20
I
now.
have bad eyes, but I wear my glasses.
Yeah, but my glasses only corrected so much. There was still glare. There's still no matter how
Maybe
great
they
a
weren't the
TV
right-
gets.
Maybe they weren't the right prescription.
Well, they were never right because I had degenerative vision. Like I still do have it.
Yeah.
But nothing ever keeps up. Whatever. If I have a beautiful TV, my my eyes are going to let me down before the TV does. So there's no point in me having a high quality thing.
My eyes get worse, but last time I checked them, I think it was like 2 years ago. Or, well, it was 2 years, and then I just recently got a new prescription. It was a big change. But
Listen, my apprentice is watching, because he's young. My apprentice is like 22. And we were sitting in a break room, and we're watching old like Maple Leafs highlights. Or
Like classics?
I think it was the Blue Jays winning the 92-91 series. That's what it was.
92, 93.
Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck was going on? Was it like the bad weather that day? I'm like, no, that's how cable looked. That's like television quality. He's like, no, come on. Like, yeah, that's how everyone watched sports. Like, that's just like,
Yeah.
that's just 15 years ago. 20 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
17 years ago. But he's like, no, get the fuck out of here. It's just because it's old footage. I'm like, no, that's what film quality was. That's what we had to watch sports on. You couldn't see the ball.
Yeah.
You couldn't see the puck.
You couldn't see pucks in hockey. Yeah. No, that was just the way it was.
But I never had a problem seeing the puck because you can. As someone who grew up in Canada, you can just know where the puck was and the way the things are getting
And you were
played.
listening. Like, there was a guy announcing what was happening. So
Well, that shit never helped me. The announcer, I would sooner have the TV on mute.
Really?
For a game? Yeah. The announcer.
I listen to hockey. While I'm driving.
I like Bob McCoy. Bob
McCown.
Yeah, I liked him because he was funny. He just always had this weird. I don't know what cadence that he had.
Yeah.
But
He's pretty well known for that.
And Tucker gets into the boards, and he didn't like it. So,
Holy
yeah, holy
Mackinac
Mackinac guy. Yeah,
okay, right?
He's retired now, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Or
that,
they just they talked about his retirement for 5 years, and it just kept not happening.
I could be wrong because I don't watch a ton of the Leaf games, but he was supposed to retire last year, I think. Or
Yeah. I think he's
2
done.
years ago.
I think he's done.
He should be done. I think he's done.
There was the other guy. There was a Blue Jay announcer. Last name, he had a Spanish last name. But he'd always say, Melky Cabrera. Melky Cabrera. He never got it right the whole time.
Milky Cabrera.
I think it was Bob. No, fuck. Who cares? It's Bob something.
Saget.
No, yeah. Fucking Bob Saget.
Danny Tanner.
Yeah.
Danny Tanner up to the plate.
No, I'm done with Bob Saget. I made my mind up on him, man. I never liked him, but that's enough. Out of Bob Saget.
Did something just push him over the edge?
There was a really bad Netflix movie that should have been buried immediately. It had Kevin Pollak in it, or I don't know. But it was a fucking very strange.
Pollak.
I think I talked about it on this podcast already. Don't watch the fucking movie. It's garbage.
And you talked about how much you hate Danny Tanner. Or Bob
I hated.
Saget.
Yeah, I hated Full House as a child. I remember just thinking well, you assholes aren't actually watching this, are you? My parents would watch Full House because there's only so many options on TV. You just
my brother, mostly my sister. I have a sister's 9 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
She watched tons of Full House. She was the same age as baby Michelle, so that was.
I could see the draw,
Yeah.
but no.
Yeah.
Well, Brie watches the Netflix rehash,
The new one,
Fuller House or whatever. Yeah,
someone told me Jesse Katsopoulos
Mm-hmm.
he owns the rights to Full House, so he's raking in the dough right now.
Maybe I know that Candace Cameron,
Yeah, she's rich as fuck.
DJ. She is the second highest earning woman in broadcasting because she owns everything.
Television or something.
Yeah, she owns kind of like the Insane Clown Posse. When it comes to her, she owns the rights to everything she does. If you want to pay in, you can pay in. But yeah, she owns everything.
What do you mean, kind of like Insane Clown Posse?
Insane Clown Posse never signed with any record label. They are self-released entirely. They own the rights to everything they've ever done, and they're one of the highest-grossing bands of all time.
They kept all their publishing. Probably.
Everything.
Yeah.
They own the rights to everything they've ever had.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's good for them. You'd think it would happen to a
is
good
it surprising nobody wanted to buy it?
band. Yes, it is. It is surprising. It is surprising. What's surprising is that they have any sort of momentum at all. I don't.
Yeah.
You don't. You get,
well, that's why nobody was like, do I want the publishing rights to this? No, not really.
fuck me. Yeah, because it's embarrassing.
And I mean, at the same time, they kept it, but at the same time, they're making okay money because they've got a cult following, but they're not making crazy money.
Well, they're making crazy amounts of money. Yeah, they really
from
are.
what though? T-shirts is the only thing they could be making money from, and touring, I guess.
Yeah, but you got to imagine, if you're
not on the radio,
if you're a juggalo, you have fans that are being like, I'm a bigger juggalo than you. These are people that are buying a T-shirt every couple weeks or
t-shirts,
something.
That's the only thing they could be selling is T-shirts and tickets.
Online albums and but they have the something of the Juggalos.
They have that festival.
It's a big festival of the Juggalos.
The gathering
right?
of the Juggalos.
Gathering of the Juggalos, and they pull a lot of money out of that. Those are giant festivals. I think they have them in Idaho and
they do them in Mid America.
Yeah, which is just like, I don't know. I guess maybe the educational system there is just they're letting people down or something. I don't know how
people connect to it. People get to be different. It's the same thing with metal.
Yeah,
it's
a rejection of the culture you're in, but then your only option is like, oh, I'll be a juggalo with you. You're revolting. I'll revolt with you, and we'll be juggalos.
Yeah.
Like
I'm misunderstood. I'm gonna go hang out with these other misunderstood people, and then you get And
they cornered that market. I think that's where the juggalos got it.
I was telling you earlier, Kate and I were telling you that we've been watching so much Survivor.
Oh yeah.
And there was a guy on the season we just watched who, like, you could tell he had no real friends. Like, he was like very loner type, could not get in with his tribe. Mm-hmm. They got he just didn't mix in. He was also like a really big guy and didn't do a lot of work around the camp. So I mean, people didn't like him because he was a big dude and didn't get anything done. And he was huge into metal. He was like, I'm into metal. I'm like this season of Survivor. Actually, it was 5 people in 4 different tribes. Mm-hmm. One was all white people, one was all black people, one was all Spanish people,
right?
And one was all Asians.
Oh, okay. This is the one you just watched. But
this is like season 13.
So this happened like 5-6 years ago.
Oh, more than that.
And this happened.
This is probably like early 2000s.
This came under big protest. People freaked out about this.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
the news. At the time, maybe.
They sensationalized it. Yeah. Like they just keep trying stuff. Like the weirdest part for me is that like some of the contestants are like, we really got to get those Asians out. Like they're saying things like that, and you're like, whoa, that's fucking crazy sounding. Like, it's just
that's why they did that show. It's like, oh, we got to get these sound bites.
Like, it's like, if we're not careful, the whites are definitely going to stick together and they're going to take over. And you're like, whoa, this is like.
They didn't call the whites the Caucasians or anything. They called them the whites.
When the TV show mentioned it, they were the Caucasians. But the other contestants, right? Like, the other contestants are like the whites. Like, oh, well, when the blacks are here, it's like, oh, geez, that's not like.
Is that like a Latin thing, Caucasian? I don't understand that because I'm really going to try to extrapolate this for it. So it's Asian. It's
not Asian.
I get that, but what is Ca like? Does that mean is that some sort of Latin root of
white
or something?
A whole different word.
What is it?
Caucasian.
Caucasian is a whole other word.
Yeah.
I want a Caucasian.
It's not like like African American. It's not like they cram 2 things together.
Right.
It's Caucasian is one word.
I wonder what it must derive from something. There must be some translation for it, Latin or wherever it might come from.
Email us.
Yeah.
Info at dumpstertalk.com.
Straighten us out. Oh, by the way, thank you again for the questions from Gord and the listener that Mike knows, Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
We finally did break ground on hats, and then we got picky. We
I know,
make them really good.
Physically, we haven't started anything yet, but there is digital things in the works.
There's money. Money's been exchanged. They're in the works. We got picky. We wanted to make them good, and now we're buying like $60 hats. So
I think we're going to be making. Well, I think we'll be able to make it better than that.
We're gonna have to get the cost down in order to sell them or something, or just give them away for fun.
To get the tickets to get the beer.
Yeah. I don't know, faggot.
Fuck. David Cross. I haven't watched any of his new stuff, but that guy's got his old stuff was great. I got to watch more of that.
His new stuff's fine. He did one. It was very political about 2 years ago, and I think it was just shortly after Trump got elected. So he did a stand-up that. Yeah, I forget what it was called. It doesn't even compare to the other things. Like, it's not funny, and those other albums he did, but.
Yeah, like I forget. One of them was like "Shut Up, You Fucking Baby."
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah, they're great albums. It's just, I think
those were right after
9/11. He doesn't have to put the effort into it anymore. Like he's been established as such a great comedian. I think that's what happens with a lot of comedians. Like, it's effortless for them. So why?
Hold on a second. Cutting out that furnace.
Furnace check. We were talking about David Cross. We're just gonna let that pass anyway. Because you know what? I'm not ever going to say something disparaging about David Cross. Here.
I don't know what the word disparaging means.
Disparaging?
Yeah, like shitty?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I assume that's what it meant, but I've never actually known. Are we doing this? Or are
We're
you doing one and I'm
crackers.
doing one?
No, we can pop at the same time.
But we're not doing it together.
We mean together. No, you pop them like...
We always did this with somebody else.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, you enjoy it together.
So then you...
See, he never used a Christmas cracker before.
Yeah, so let's do them both at the same time then.
Both at the same time?
Yeah.
No, but it's twice the fun. Go.
So do you get the prize now? Is it like a wishbone?
You do, because it's on your side.
Oh, I've never heard of this.
Yeah, bud.
That's how these worked? Actually, I could use those.
What'd you get?
3 little screwdrivers.
3 tiny little screwdrivers.
Well, you get the other one then, but I'll pull
all right.
it. Okay.
Oh, wait. Here.
The gift didn't come out. Because it's supposed to crack. That's the thing. Yeah, there you go. The other one didn't crack either.
Yeah, it did.
Did
that
it?
one did, yeah.
All right.
That's why you grabbed the whole thing.
Okay, what do you got here, Mike?
Hey, you just ruining my surprise. Give me
No,
this.
I think it's a money clip.
Oh, dope. I mean, I don't remember the last time I had cash on me, but I can put my cash in this.
I'm actually pretty pumped about my little screwdrivers. But last time this happened, the metal part of the screwdriver just spun inside the plastic.
This is like a...
Oh, nice.
Boom.
Nice.
There you go.
I have a jean jacket I've been adding patches and buttons to, and now I've become a 12-year-old pretend I look like a poser girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I didn't want this to happen.
Yeah. And you have all your collectibles.
Well,
You're like a scout. You're like a...
Yeah.
All your little badges.
I'm like, this will
cute
look so
little
cool
badges.
when I patch up my jacket. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, fuck, man, it looks so lame.
Oh, my cute
Oh,
little
the
badges
crown.
on my denim. All right.
That's
Christmas
how you-
crackers done. This is really great
Good
enthralling audio presentation.
It's that ASMR stuff, man. People love this kind of shit.
Oh, they like listening. This is the sound of a silver paper crown.
Yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of that. You're going to piss everybody off. Does anyone know what that is, that ASMR shit? Like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I probably have the term down. Maybe it's not ASMR, but it's
Amazing Spider-Man redo. Redux.
but it's no, I think it's an overload of sensory like sound, and people like not whack off to it, but they get these crazy tingles down through their body, and they want to hear
When
stuff.
they hear certain songs.
Just
sounds?
Yeah, certain sounds like very intimate, like mouth, like shit like that.
That
gross
does
stuff.
it for them.
I don't know that does it for them. Like normal people like this stuff. Like they just like to hear ASMR stuff, and I don't know. Maybe I have it wrong.
All right, listen. I'll do something.
I
So you
really-
tell me if you really like it.
You're
Okay?
gonna want to edit it out. Yeah, yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Is it ASMR? ASMR, and it's autonomous sensory meridian response.
Ooh.
All right.
Is this one?
It's a tingling sensation that typically begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine. A pleasant form of
I mean, I've had chills before.
paranesthesia, which has compared with auditory, tactile synesthesia and overlap with frisson. Yeah, so it's people that like, you know, when you say you get your arm, people tickle your arm or something. Like, remember when in high school you like,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people get that just out of audio.
Oh, weird.
And it's like 1 in 10 people like really dig it. Like their
That's
scalp
weird.
stands up on end. They love the chills they get from bizarre audio. So there's like these
That just sounds like weird people to me.
but there's like these ASMR guys. If you like YouTube a bunch of ASMR people, there's a girl that makes like $1 zillion a year just like crunching, paper in front of a microphone and whispering.
She makes $1 million.
Oh
doing
yeah,
it.
she's there. There's
I could be
YouTube.
doing that.
Yeah.
I could be down here just micing shit up,
Just one of those. If
cracking celery and
if you
stuff.
got there first, you got the most followers, and that's the person you go to. And
Yeah.
just based on followers.
That's like we were talking about that YouTube family.
Yeah, there's a YouTube family in Ajax out here in Ontario or something, eh?
Fuck off, really. They're just making money, just putting cameras up all over their house.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
We should do that when we party.
Yeah. I
Remember chat roulette. I remember having that out when we used to
People
party.
love
back in the
that
day.
shit, yeah.
Does that still exist?
I think it does, yeah. I see the odd chat roulette like
Should I pull it
highlight thing. Go nuts. I think it was a girlfriend of mine from the past and a friend of mine. They were like messing around with some dude on there, and the guy would like fuck a Kermit, like a Kermit the Frog doll.
On chat roulette?
Yeah, he had like a replica of Kermit the Frog, and he'd like bone it, And these girls are in hysterics thinking this is hilarious. I'm like, you're watching like a murderer. This is like Luca Magnotti you're looking at. Like, this is a maniac.
I ask you to have video conversations with random people worldwide. You want to do this?
No. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, why not? We can cut it out if it sucks.
You need to give access to your camera and microphone.
It's just guys jerking off. It's always just guys jerking off, or like a couple teenagers like standing in a room.
Allow chat roulette to use your camera and microphone. Allow. All right. We're on chat roulette. I don't see anybody, though. Start.
I'm going to put my chair over there then. Hang on.
What? Your image is too dark. It's horse shit.
Nah, there's something wrong with your damn camera.
It's right there.
No, there's no way it's too dark.
Nah, come on.
Well, dang it, Mike. I guess we should have...
I guess
this out. Let's edit everything about chat roulette and we'll start fresh.
All right, fine. Well, I thought that would be kind of interesting. All right, well, let's skip. Our next segment.
We need little musical intro segments, too.
All right, I'm going to get you right now to pick a number between 1 and 200.
98.
All right.
Pardon me. Sorry about the thumps.
That's what they used to call me in high school.
Thumps?
No, they didn't. They called me way shittier things. There's no way you're going to do this.
Yeah. I almost cleared a trivia. I almost cleared my first time last week. I almost cleared a whole Trivial Pursuit card.
This is some pretty deep shit. You ready for this?
Yeah.
98. Harold Cicada was badly burned playing what character?
Badly burned playing what character? Darkman?
No.
No?
Do you want the answer?
Yes, please.
Odd Job in Goldfinger.
Oh, I think it's a Japanese name. Badly burned, eh? Mm-hmm. I wonder what they did.
1 in 200.
Did they burn him to death?
Not to death. He finished the movie.
I know, but in the movie, did Odd Job get burned to death or something?
I haven't seen it.
No?
No.
Okay. 1 in 200?
Yeah.
Give me 69.
You're a loser.
You give me those options.
Tracy and Hepburn's first film in 1942 was titled what?
Jesus Christ.
Woman of the Year. Give me another number.
Okay, 20.
There is movies
Tracy
in here that actually you may have
so.
seen. It just, you keep picking shitty numbers.
They're
apparently.
all Oscar winner movies or something.
Bruce Willis played a time-traveling criminal in what movie?
Oh, that's a good movie, too.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
He played it with the skinny guy. It was a good flick.
It was a good
They
flick.
had to trade silver bars. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's not like me.
Wow. I can't believe... I thought this was way too easy for you.
Yeah, it is too easy for me. They had blunderbusses. They traded silver. Like, I know the whole plot. He was
That's
a drug
the wrong
addict.
movie.
Oh.
He's not a criminal in that movie.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Bruce Willis plays a time-traveling criminal?
Criminal in what movie?
Yeah, he was a criminal in that movie.
He was not.
He was an assassin. Well, I guess.
He was not a criminal. That's not... You're thinking of Looper, and that's not
Looper.
the movie.
I was thinking of Looper.
That's not the movie.
It's not Time Cop then.
No, that's Van Damme.
Oh. Well, it's not.
Bruce Willis is not in very many time-traveling movies. This might be the only other one.
Yeah, and I was thinking like that Demolition Man. So what the fuck is going on? I don't know.
You want some co-stars?
Sure.
Brad Pitt.
A time traveler and with Brad Pitt in it?
Yeah.
When's a Brad Pitt time traveling movie?
This is a great fucking movie too.
What the fuck's the matter with me?
There's a number in the title.
All right, I'll quit.
Wow.
Because the listeners are getting upset right now, so I'm just going to let them have it.
12 Monkeys.
Oh, of course.
Do you feel dumb?
No, I didn't like it.
What?
Yeah, I didn't like 12 Monkeys.
How? You need to revisit that movie.
You know what it is? I'll tell you exactly why.
I'd like to know.
Because it was dirty. You know when the scenes are dirty and like filthy and everyone's got like this brown slime on it? Everything was dirty in that movie. And it just... I don't.
That's why you didn't like the movie?
It's my fault. I know it's a good movie, but I don't like that that look of things where everything's just covered in filth. It kind of just upsets me, and I don't like to play it. I don't like to watch.
I've never heard about this from you.
You know the thing with the game like Fallout? Everyone's a big fan of
can't
Fallout.
Do it.
It's too filthy. Everything's
So
dirty.
like the movie The Road, like you would never be able to.
I like The Road.
I've never seen it.
I like The Road. But I don't like filth. It upsets me. I just want to. It's making me uneasy. I want to clean it. So
wow,
especially with 12 Monkeys, everything was like people had like dirty lips. There was like dirt around their mouth.
On everything.
Yeah. And it ate a spider, and everything's just fucking gross and dirty. I don't like dirty fingernails. A lot of dirty fingernails in it.
Train spotting.
Train spotting. Yeah.
Can you do that?
A lot of filth in there. I think I've watched it about 3 times, and I've only made it about 20 minutes past the opening scene.
Wow.
Not the opening scene, but there's a scene where it's called The Worst Toilet in Scotland.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I've never made it through. And then there was the baby crawling on the ceiling and shit.
Yeah,
I don't like this kind of shit, man. This is fucking dirty.
You want another one?
Yeah, please.
Number.
200 and...
It's 1 and 200.
200, please. I was going to say 201. Like, I only...
Clever guy.
Yeah.
What was the name of Chewbacca's son as seen on the Star Wars Holiday Special
That's impossible.
in 1978?
I don't know.
Lumpy.
Your Harrison Ford denies any knowledge of that ever existing. He's like...
I've never seen it. I heard it's amazing.
As a joke. Well, you can find it now pretty easily, but...
Is he in it?
Yeah, apparently. But he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, for years, he just said that nothing like that ever existed. He was doing tongue-in-cheek.
But he stuck to it.
Yeah. It was some sort of contract they had to have with somebody, like, or some giant merchandising deal. And it pulled George Lucas out of debt to get, like, one portion of the movie done, so they had to agree to do it.
Yeah.
And they just smacked something together crazy. Like,
oh, yeah, there's shit in that. But there's shit in that like, some Star Wars fans love. Like, they love it.
They should have built on it, yeah. I get that.
But I've never seen it. I like Star Wars. I enjoy Star Wars.
Mm.
You know, it's
I
know a lot about it through friends of mine.
I think I mostly hate Star Wars. I mean, I hate most fanatics. Yeah. But, I mean, the Star Wars fanatics are just like, this movie sucks. Like, go make your own. Go make your own fucking movie.
Yeah.
Fucking
I enjoy it all. I mean,
I loved every one of them.
Yeah.
I've never had a bad time. No. Jar Jar Binks, funny guy. Super silly, annoying guy to be around.
Annoyingly funny guy.
He was annoying the Jedis. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Stop being a dick. There's a funny thing about that because they released that first one with Jar Jar Binks in it, right?
Yeah.
And then they had to make a working title. So when they're on the set, they have to have a working title for the script, whether or not they have one. So George Lucas called it Jar Jar's Big Adventure.
Really?
And that was the working title of it because he knew everything gets leaked like crazy on the sites.
Yeah.
Like people are bribing people to get it out. So it's called Jar Jar's Big Adventure. He just wanted to piss more people off.
Yeah.
Apparently, the guy that played him went suicidal and shit. Like he's okay now.
Yeah.
But he had a real rough
it
go.
ruined his career.
It destroyed him.
That there was a big conspiracy or theory, big theory that he was going to turn into be like some sort of Jedi Master or a Sith Lord or something.
I heard a Sith Lord thing.
Yeah, and I watched a whole like 10-minute, 20-minute YouTube video on it. It was pretty convincing.
I like fan theory stuff. Yeah. Fan theory stuff's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing.
When they go in deep.
Obviously, we're not going to do all 200, but you want another one?
Of course. I'll never let up on this. We can do this as the whole damn podcast. I love this stuff. There's a small conversation per every question.
That's
What's
also
not to
true.
like about it? I mean, if they don't like listening to this, then give us some feedback saying like, don't do this again, because I could just do this the whole time.
Give me a number.
59.
All right.
59.
The Method School of Acting was developed by who?
Oh boy.
Oh.
Charlie Chaplin.
No. Konstantin Stanislavski.
Well, of course. Well, that's my next guess.
Yeah.
Konstantin Stanislavski.
Yeah. I knew that was on the tip of your tongue.
Where'd you get these questions from?
Google.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Is that sarcasm? What's funny is that there's a ton of them in here that are, like you should know.
You don't have to read them if they're shit. Next to me, like, yeah, you don't.
Yeah. All right.
Why don't you just find interesting ones without causing too much reading?
All right.
I'll give you a number in the meeting. How about 39 for now?
All right.
And if 39 sucks, just read the one next to it or something.
That's a smart idea. This is a Hitchcock one. You into Hitchcock movies?
I've done a few.
In Hitchcock's
The Birds.
in Hitchcock's film, The Trouble with Harry, what was the trouble?
He was probably a cannibal.
No, he was dead.
Oh. That's not really trouble. It's more problem solved.
I don't know. Have you seen Psycho?
I have seen Psycho, yes.
What was Norman Bates' hobby in Psycho?
I think it was taxidermy.
Stuffing birds.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which actor once had a job as a coffin polisher? It's an interesting bit of trivia.
Which actor? I don't know.
Sean Connery.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems about his alley.
Yeah.
You seen the interview where he talks about beating women? He's cool with it.
Really?
Oh, you should just smack a lady in the mouth when she gets out of hand. Like he's just, you're like, what? And it's a female interviewer, and she's like, what are you talking about? He's like, if a woman wants to get on the line, you just smack her in the face. Like he's just being a complete prick. Maybe he's having a bad day or he's drunk or something, but he just totally says like the act of hitting a woman is. I get what he's doing. He's saying the act of hitting a woman is no different than the act of hitting a man. A woman hitting a man. I know.
Sure.
No.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, equal rights. Yeah.
Cool.
You're also still an asshole.
Good call, man. Yeah. So that's where he was coming from at the time. I think he's maybe just having a bad couple weeks.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is a cool bit of trivia, but I don't know if you'll know the answer.
Mm.
The first movie given the title of Blockbuster
Oh, good question.
was which movie?
I like that. That's interesting. I bet you would be in the 70s. I bet you'd be in the 70s, but I don't know. Okay, what a big one of the 70s. Maybe like something with, I don't know, man. That's a good. That's interesting. Let's find out.
Dun.
Oh, Jaws, yeah? Yeah, that's the first movie that got the blockbuster,
Yeah,
right?
first one that got the title of Blockbuster.
I was thinking maybe something with James Dean, but that would have been in the 60s or something, maybe. But even then, kids were still going to malt shops. They didn't even have time to go to the movies, the big pictures.
In The Terminator, Sarah Connor was played by who?
I got this. Terminator 2?
In The Terminator, Sarah Connor was played by who?
The original. Oh, I don't actually know that actress's name.
Really?
I don't know that actress's name. No.
She's back now.
Is it
in
Janice?
the new one.
Yeah, she did the new one, yeah. Is it Janice? Janet something?
No.
What is it?
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton. Oh, yeah. Yeah, why did she only get that? Like, she was a good actress and all that stuff.
I don't
was
know.
she ugly, or was she what? Maybe she wasn't, because Hollywood was being real assholes back then. Maybe she wasn't bangable enough or something. Maybe she was a jerk on set. Like Lohan can't get movies anymore.
Yeah, she's done.
Right?
Yeah,
because she was a fussy lady on set.
I don't know. Because she was gone for a long time, or
Yeah, she's
I don't
been gone for more than 20 years.
I've never really been that big into Terminator, or like I don't really care. I never hated them. Maybe I should go back and watch them.
I loved him, man. I sucked up Terminator 2 so hard when I was a kid.
Yeah,
those scenes with John Connor taking off with his buddy on
Terminator 2 is the one with the metal guy, liquid metal guy.
Liquid metal, yeah.
T-1000.
I saw T2 before I saw.
Was he the T-1000, T-3000, or T?
Okay, no, T-700
is Arnie.
And then T-900 was liquid metal.
Oh,
yeah. Or it might be T-1000, actually.
I think he was the T-1000.
Yeah, T-1000.
Yeah.
So Arnie was T-800 or T-700. And then, yeah,
that's
T-1000 is
throw that
metal.
Your trivia night.
Well, I don't like to ask questions that I don't know for sure. I'm at 120 questions now, though. I've written up.
Here's one for all the Star Wars nerds. In the movie Star Wars, what is the Emperor's last name?
Which Emperor?
The Emperor. Wow. They're furious right now. Anybody who likes Star Wars listening to this is furious.
Yeah. But the one that was a jerk, that made Anakin
the Emperor. Yeah, the guy in the hood.
Yeah, it was Senator Palpatine, wasn't it?
Ah, there you go.
Yeah,
you got there.
Okay. So that was his name. Still, after he became a Sith like that, he was.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a brew here out of the window. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
We should make a little ice box here.
Oh, it's probably locked.
Yeah, you fucking locked this place down, man.
Well, my plan is to have a bar right here where we can hand drinks in and out.
Good.
Yeah, I'll take that. Thanks, bud.
I'm gonna steal that one because I'm sorry, but those beers are poison.
You bastard.
I'm sorry. When I'm drunk, I can drink the other ones, but I can't drink that. Sleeman Clear It's for assholes.
So you brought a 2 for of them.
I bought a 2 for them because it came with either socks, a toque, or mittens.
So you got a pair of mittens, and now you have to drink 24 fucking shit beer. Actually, you don't because you're drinking my beer.
But I can't believe how shitty they are. Like, how shitty can they be? They're so gross.
Yeah.
There's it tastes like there's acetone in them.
I've never had liquids that taste as dry as those.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It tastes dry.
It's yeah. They made alcohol. I mean, alcohol tastes bad, right? But they made it taste. They made the alcohol. They pronounced it.
They pronounced it.
Yeah.
Made it even worse. So far we've had one guest. And he already wants to come back on.
Yeah, I know.
Thank Leon for coming on.
It's a fucking blast.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
I think now that we have a good setup for it, we actually have 3 microphones. I think we might entertain that idea a little more.
Should we discuss right now who should we have on next? And just kind of declare who comes on?
Declare it now? We can declare it, but we both know.
Maybe we should spin a wheel.
That it doesn't matter what we say on this. It may or may not happen.
Yeah.
They're like the amount of things we've talked about on here that may or may not happen.
But things are all slow moving, but we are getting things done.
I still haven't seen what there's a thing about Kevin.
Yeah, you're a fucking prick, though. I mean, that's a pretty easy task. Watch a movie. I know you watch a movie like every day.
I don't watch a movie every day.
I watch a movie every day.
Every day?
Yeah. Wow. I probably watch a movie every day, yeah.
Wow.
Like it or not.
I never find the time to watch a whole movie. No.
Yeah.
I'll watch that movie. I really want to watch. I've heard good things about The Lighthouse.
Yeah, that's William Dafoe and
Robert Pattinson. Yeah, I've heard good things about that.
Robert Pattinson, man, he doesn't phone it in. That guy goes hard.
I've only ever seen him in Twilight, and I watched one of those movies and was like, "What? They're excited that it's a thunderstorm,
strange,
so that they can play baseball."
Yeah, that's just.
It's a thunderstorm. We're allowed to play baseball because we hit the ball so hard.
Yeah,
they can only play baseball in thunderstorms.
A friend of mine told me to watch it. Well, because they can't go in the daylight, right? So they can play in the thunderstorm.
No, because they hit it so hard. So when they hit the ball with the bat, it's so loud that
it disguises the sound?
It disguises because there's a thunderstorm.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
some stupid stuff.
You take one of the world's greatest villains of all time, who is, will burn up in hell if they're in sunlight. And what do you do with them? You make them sparkly. Yeah. You make them glittery. But they glitter.
That was some painful stuff to watch. A friend of mine recommended, a guy I know recommended that. He's like, it's pretty cool vampire shit. Check it out. I'm like, I don't care about it. He's like, it's pretty cool. And I watched it. I'm like, I called him back. I'm like, dude, who talked you into watching this? How did you come across this? Like, me and you have very similar tastes. Why?
Really?
Why?
Do I know this person?
Yeah, Frick the Night. I'm like, what is wrong with you, man? Was that you have a bat down here? Oh, it's T-Ron. Oh my god,
shit!
I thought it was a bat.
Hey T, you want to come on a podcast, bud?
Hey T-Ron, I thought you were a bat. Yeah, come here, T-Ron. Come on, sit down. We got an extra microphone.
What's a podcast?
Come on, 300, 400 people now. Wow. What?
Nothing. I usually wow. I just like that you've never. So you're only our second guest ever. We had Leon on this, and we now have Michael Thornton. Do you mind if I say your full name? It's on there now. Fuck it.
Care.
Who's never actually listened to not only our podcast, but a podcast ever.
I have a life.
Sports trivia extraordinary. Yeah, he has a life. He has
a life of sports stats.
Yeah.
I have a life, and you're both my friends, and I can call you whenever I want, and we can hang out together without microphones.
It's true. It's true.
Well, yeah. I mean, but people need to hear this. That's the thing, right? That's why
I don't think people need to hear this.
Oh, they gotta have it. I mean, tell them they're the addicts. They can't get enough of us.
The only thing that I think is exciting about this is that I want to make a hat one day, and we've been talking about making a hat for it for.
You can make a hat for just about anything you want to make a hat for.
Yeah, but now it's like a thing that we've actually done. Yeah, I fucked everything up there for a minute, but we're all good.
We're back on?
Yeah, you're back on.
Oh, fantastic.
And I just love that you're showing T-Ron about screwdrivers, who is a trained, well-paid, experienced electrician, and you're like, check out my tiny little screwdrivers.
You realize I am in construction myself as well, and I am
I still refuse
equally
to
as
that.
skilled as Michael Thornton here at tools, even though I can't get this little case open.
Just not cases for tools.
There we go. But
So do you show up at like job sites and you're like, I have tools, I know how to use them, but I just can't get my toolbox open?
Hasn't happened yet, but I have. There has been.
Are you impressed by his tiny little screwdrivers that came in the Christmas crackers we just did?
They're actually very useful if you're
They
something like that.
They really are, as long as they don't spin inside the plastic, which happened last time. But that'll work just fine. I'm keeping those.
What are you going to use those for?
Around the house, I promise you. There's little things that come up, buddy.
Yeah, all right. They're
I'm surprised
all
you don't want
yours.
more. They're tiny.
Barry Smith bought those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially as an eyeglass wearer, you'd think you'd want to have them around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you wore glasses, I'd be like, oh yeah, you might need those.
I miss them. I do miss wearing glasses now. I still do. I'm always still pointing at my nose, like trying to tuck glasses up all the time.
Nerd.
Yeah, I wore them since I was like 5. So
I hate when I get busted doing that.
Yeah.
When I push my glasses up, I'm fine with it unless someone sees me in the eyes and I push my glasses up and I'm like, fuck.
all I ever did.
So nerdy. Like I
do
feel
miss
like
the
an
move.
asshole, especially at work.
Where you grab behind your ear and you make them fly, like flutter on your face. Go.
It's a good thing you don't wear glasses.
How does it go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just wobble them over your face. It's a lot of fun. Can we get another movie trivia there, Mike?
I can give you movie trivia.
Please hand him over. Mike's not proficient in movie trivia. It would be more sports trivia, but he is so on another echelon than we are. There's no chance that we could.
You want me to pull up football trivia?
No, because why? Joe Heisman.
All right.
Joe Heisman?
Which sexy Hollywood actress declared, I'll get naked at the drop of a hat?
I'm going to say Marilyn Monroe.
No.
Ah!
Sharon Stone.
Oh, yeah.
She would, too.
She would dig it, yeah.
She's on Bumble now. Did you hear that?
What's Bumble?
Really?
Oh, like
Bumble's
the dating app?
Like the dating app.
She was pissed because I took her profile down.
They took her profile down. They probably thought it wasn't her.
Maybe.
Reasonably.
Wow.
There's a celebrity dating app. They actually have one.
Like just for celebrities?
Just
Yeah, I
for
guess you have to be
celebrities.
like vetted.
Yeah,
somehow.
exactly. They vet you and they put you in so you're not getting hounded by fans and shit. Like celebrities that want to date other celebrities.
I think they're called publicists.
What do you mean, publicists?
Like the people that do it.
The people that like.
Oh, they vet you to make sure.
No, that's just their publicists. They're like, all right, we'll hook you up with Jake.
I've
Gyllenhaal.
heard,
they
yeah,
have,
I've
like-
heard of people doing that. Like an actress will be like, "Oh man, he's hot from that whatever TV show," and they're like, "Get his number."
Yes,
Yeah,
that's reasonable.
They're all business transactions.
But
Yeah,
there's
publicity moves and
But I hear about there's comedians that want to date other comedians. They don't want to date normies. They want to go. They want to date someone else in the entertainment
who
industry.
knows who
Yeah.
knows the
Well,
same life.
You don't want someone that's going to fawn over you, because one thing is that, say, you're a hot girl like Nikki Glaser or Sarah Silverman or something. one of these
She's a really
female
hot
comedians,
comedian.
and then you want to go and just date someone. You can't go on Bumble. You can't because someone's going to pretend to not even know.
Sharon Stone did.
Well, yeah, because she's insane. But
It's true.
you can't just go on there and pretend like you're not you.
she's
And
getting
'cause what's
weathered
going to happen
now.
is you're going to have someone that's going to pretend that they don't know who you are, and they could just be a secret fan the whole time. There was that really super hot female comedian, and she dated like a complete fraud for like 4 or 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, like a complete maniac. It's like he told her initially that he didn't know who she was. He knew exactly who
He was
she
like
was.
he was like a
He's-
psychopath.
Yeah, kind of a stalker kind of guy.
Well,
Yeah. So
which actress was that?
it's a comedian. It's a comedian. It's not Nikki Glaser. It's a super crazy hot one. What is her name? Blonde chick. She had that super high pants.
Isla Schlesinger.
Eliza Schlesinger. Yeah.
Eliza Schlesinger.
Yeah. That was her. Yeah. She dated like this crazy fraud for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was a Natasha Leggero. She dated another crazy fraud.
I don't know who any of those. I know Eliza Schlesinger. I don't know.
Natasha Leggero. She's done a couple of roasts. She did.
Did you watch that Alec Baldwin one?
No, I haven't yet. I heard
Yeah,
there's really good
there's-
burns on it.
There's some good burns. It was pretty good. The worst part was what was that?
See it? Nah, no, the roast.
It's football playoffs, man.
Yeah,
Like-
very busy. Well, it's all sports with it. This guy, it's all nonstop with Mike. It's always there's 2 mics here, by the way, so we're gonna call this guy T-Ron. But with T-Ron, it's always sports picks and bets and pools all the time. You can't get around it. There's
I don't know, bro. I've just been binging
always-
The Crown. It's been sick.
The Crown? Really? I've never watched The Crown.
Crown's good.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen The Crown. Have you seen The Crown?
No, I haven't seen The Crown.
Very good.
What? How do you watch it? What's it on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Netflix?
Yeah. I don't.
might have to check
I
it
don't.
out.
I don't want to watch some Victorian
Is it?
shit.
Is it like a drama? Is it drama? Of
Yeah.
some- Yeah.
Isn't it about the Victorian era?
No, it's about Queen Elizabeth. Man, get with the times.
Okay, Elizabeth, not Victoria. So, I mean, it's about a queen anyway.
That's correct.
Yeah. The Crown.
I don't
Nothing
want-
gets past
not-
you, dude.
But I'm not interested. yeah, but I'm not as in royalty, the British family. I can't imagine being less interested.
You have to be in the British family to know what The Crown is.
I can't watch The Crown. There's new Dragon Ball Z on.
I was kind of proud of myself that I put together what we were even talking about there, but no, couldn't be less interested. And I'd watched that new Dracula show on Netflix.
I heard quit after 2 episodes.
As did I. That's what everyone says
Yeah.
because they modernize it. I'm gonna ruin it for everybody because they ruin it for you anyway.
Yeah.
You're
I
watching
won't watch
this
it.
awesome Dracula story. It's in the 1800s, and then it's in the 1800s still, and then he goes to sleep for 200 something years, and he wakes up in the future. And now you're watching future Dracula, where he's got a lawyer. You're like, I don't give a shit about this. Dracula with a fucking cell phone? Like, it's Count Dracula. It's not a vampire. It's fucking Count Dracula. And he's got a cell phone. And you're like, I don't. Why would you ruin this? You had a fucking beautiful thing happening. You had me in for 3.5 hours. The episodes were an hour and a half long.
Really?
They had me in for 2 episodes.
And you were like, I'm hooked. I'm in. This
This
show's
is
great.
fucking rad. It was all these kind of new concepts.
Drives a really nice black Lexus.
No, he has a limo driver.
It's
he has
done
a
by
lawyer.
the Sherlock guys, which they made Sherlock. He has a cell phone and shit in that Sherlock show.
What? There's a new Sherlock?
No, like the Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh no, I've never
one.
seen the Benedict Cumberbatch.
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I don't like mystery.
But it sounds like they tried to do the same thing with.
like you know those
Dracula.
that Knives Out movie, and there's the
I haven't watched that yet. I wanna
Murder
watch
on
it.
the Orient Express. These murder mystery movies.
Sherlock's great. I don't know, like
Maybe the Sherlock ones, maybe because there's something you're supposed to catch and you didn't. You're like, oh, I admire that. But with the like Murder on the Orient Express, you're just like, I'm not supposed to put this shit together. It's just stupid.
I have never watched
The whole thing is just like it's messing with your mind, and you're supposed to be impressed at the end that the detective got this. So
like red herrings all over the place. They're
yeah,
just
like oh, I noticed on the wallpaper I had this, and then I went into the other room, and there's like it's so dumb that
They're
no
all
human
French.
being would ever notice it. No detective would notice it. It's just dumb ideas. I hate murder mysteries, always have. So I'm not one for detective stories. T-Ron likes the 007s a lot. I bet you could have nailed that question earlier. Do you remember that question earlier?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that one up.
It was.
Do you
it was.
watch all the Bonds? Yeah. But this is like it's not even necessarily about
It might have been
Bond.
question 69.
Well, it might have been actually. I got a number of 200 movie trivia questions, and of course, McD picks out. No, it wasn't that.
No, wasn't that?
No, McD picks out like 69. Pick a number between 1 and 200. 69.
Oh, he is very lowbrow.
Yeah.
I mean, pick a funny number. Is there? Okay,
It is the funniest number.
It's the only funny number.
Yeah.
I mean, next to what 7? a real knee slapper.
Yeah, I
I
don't
wonder
know.
where the question was. Okay, he almost burned to death.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was badly burned. His name was
What,
Shit.
Bond or the actor?
the actor was badly burned playing that character. Which
Right. So
Playing what character? Playing
well,
James
that's the
Bond?
question is like which character basically did he play? And the actor was badly burned.
They
give you the
gave
actor name, but I don't know what the fucking actor's name is.
Oh, okay. Well, if you give me the actor's name, I'll be able to figure it out.
No.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
You might be able to.
Probably.
I'm gonna find it here. Now I gotta know. I mean, there's only 200 of them. How many can I fucking?
Well, we didn't do too many. This might be one of those edits we talked about before too.
Yeah, just throw in a
You
little
can smoke
beep.
down here, right? T?
Can't smoke down here.
You can smoke weed down here.
Smoke weed down here.
All right. Put some tobacco into one of those zigzags.
Harold Cicada
Harold
was badly burned playing what character?
Odd Job?
Oh!
Nailed it.
Hey!
Yes.
Got his one himself a dumpster talk hat.
Yes. Oh man, which movie was Odd Job in?
Goldfinger.
Was he really? I guess he would have been. Like
This guy just fucking nailing it. I'm gonna find some more Bond questions in here.
Goldfinger. You mean Golden Eye?
Buddy, don't start with me.
I thought Goldfinger was a parody.
There's Goldfinger, there's GoldenEye, there's the man with the golden gun.
Oh, I thought Goldfinger was a parody, but that Austin Powers garbage was. What was that? Goldmember. That was Goldmember.
Where did that one just go? I just saw.
No.
I'm gonna test all this sweet.
Is anyone using beard oil or anything in their beards here?
No, I thought about it for a while, but
I think I need some.
I have in the past.
Yeah, I think I want
liked
some.
it.
I put conditioner in.
Oh, here's a Bond question. Excluding which word appears most often in Bond film titles?
die.
No.
Day?
No. I don't know enough of them for myself, but now that I see it.
Oh, spy.
No.
Oh.
There's no spy. I can't even think of one with spy in it.
Octopussy?
Yes. Pussy. No, it's never.
Oh.
There's like, what is it? Never die twice.
Tomorrow never dies.
Yeah.
Who's the first Bond?
Connery, bro. Jesus.
Connery was the first Bond?
Oh my god.
So who was that second guy then?
There was a guy named George Lazenby that did one movie. Didn't work out for him.
Yeah,
And that was-
And then it was Roger Moore.
Roger Moore, that's what I was thinking of. So Roger Moore,
Who's your Bond? Who's your favorite Bond?
Pierce Brosnan.
No. Connery. Because Connery is James Bond.
Yeah.
But I like Daniel Craig. I still like Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig's. I've enjoyed his movies.
Dude,
I
you seen him
find
with his shirt off? Whoa.
Good point.
Yeah.
I'm against blonde.
I find him a little more
Bond being blonde.
boring. I actually liked Pierce Bronson when I was watching.
It was
too.
sensational.
He's all right, but it was the problem with that was the movies were so fucking shitty because it was the 90s. And
Yeah,
like,
90s
like
movies, that's
Invisible
true.
Cars and fucking Halle Berry. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
that's true.
They had some shitty stuff in there, but they kept the humor in it from time to time, which is nice. They had John Cleese as Q.
Fuck off. That was awful.
You don't like? I love John Cleese
No,
as
man.
Q.
It's fucking James Bond.
I know, but no, Q had humor in it as well. Anyway, all of the Q scenes had humor in
They're
them,
not
right?
supposed to be. It's not supposed to be that kind of funny.
Well, no, clever, British, clever. No,
Wry, witty.
dry, not rye.
In 1995, what was
I think it could also be Rye.
I don't think it's rye.
Okay, well, fuck, whatever.
in 1995? What was Pierce Bronson's first James Bond movie?
GoldenEye.
Yeah,
I'm inclined to agree on that one because that was the GoldenEye. That's the video game we
the
played.
video game. Yeah.
So he did.
You wouldn't have got that though.
That's
did
why I.
GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, Die Another Day.
Who cares about Bond this much?
I want to go back and watch them. Actually,
It's
they're
great.
great.
I've got them all.
It's
Do you have them all?
It's a broken
DVDs?
franchise. Yeah. He also has King of the Hill on DVD, so don't take too
King
much.
of the Hill.
I loved King
For
of the
someone
Hill.
that fucking says they like comedy, that is the funniest cartoon.
I fucking love that.
That
shit.
is hilarious. I actually saw a meme the other day. It was the meme of Hank Hill trying to open like a rusty doorknob or whatever.
Yeah.
So he takes out a can of WD-40 and he's spraying it and it runs out. And he goes, ah, shit. He pulls out a smaller can, lubricates the can of WD-40, and then lubricates the doorknob. No, that's funny.
That's good.
It's like how much he like obviously loves his son, but just as everything his son does, he's just like, oh god.
Dislikes work.
No, he's just like, oh Bobby.
Fatherhood would suck that way because you just want to see,
If your kid's an idiot, you're like, that's my fault.
but you want to see yourself.
Every single time.
That's the other
You're
part of
like,
it too. Is that like, I guess what you're trying to impart something onto someone, but it's hard to impart a bunch of information on someone that's so young, and you don't know how much you can install in someone.
Yeah.
So it'd be really annoying the whole
Install.
time. Well, yeah, you'd
like
just be like,
software.
is he fucking stupid or can he absorb this? Did they have common sense or did he not?
Well,
I think my dad did a pretty good job with me, but I'm sure I rejected most of the information he gave me.
yes. That's why he's so disappointed.
Can you imagine if he turned into a young Steve McDonald?
Well, I'm sure he would. That's the thing. I think most fathers
There's
wish.
still time.
I think most fathers wish for their sons to emulate them. Would they not?
If I had a boy and he didn't emulate me, I'd be like, you're doing this wrong.
This is stupid. Yeah, right.
That's
like,
a good point.
I think that's like, what most parents want, like more me, and then you're validating
Like,
yourself.
learn from my
too, right?
mistakes, obviously, but
Which ones? Like
all of them.
Well, how do they be like you, but not make the same mistakes as you.
I'll tell them, be like, don't do this.
Well, they're not going to be like you then.
But that's the problem, though, is that usually when a dad says, don't do this, the son's like, yeah, I'm doing it.
I never.
So, like, how do you say just enough to not do, but then scale it back enough that they're like, okay, yeah,
I
dad's
just
right.
knew what was. I was never told what I couldn't do. I just knew I wasn't allowed, and I knew what was pushing the limits, and I just wouldn't did shit anyway because it was more interesting to be bad.
I had it pretty easy. Like, I would just tell mom I was going to dad's house and tell dad I was going to mom's house.
Yeah.
Separated parents.
Divorce, bro.
Yeah.
Divorce made
then-
life easy in high school.
I'm not calling your dad. I don't want to talk to him. So there was that shit.
I go, hey dad, I'm staying at your place tonight. Wink, wink. He's like, okay, want me to pick you up a 12-pack? Yep.
Buddy,
He'd drop us off. He'd say, if you need anything at all, call me. All right.
My mom
2 Christmases.
2 Christmases, 4 Christmas dinners. I'd have like aunt Christmas dinner, mom Christmas dinner,
Especially when
uncle
parents
Christmas
trying to
dinner.
outdo each other
dad-
and shit too.
Oh, my parents didn't do that.
If both the divorcees get remarried, like if a lot of our friends had, like there was parents trying to outdo each other hard, right? Like, you got him this, I got him
Yeah,
this.
the step parents are trying to like win
fuck
you
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
I never really got. Much
I had
of
some
that.
friends that were poured over, man. Like just the amount of shit they'd get at Christmas was like, offensive.
I mean, my parents get along way better today than they ever did when they were together.
that's great.
So it worked out. I got another one here. I don't know if you guys will know the answer, but I find this an interesting question. What famous actor failed an audition for Fame because he was not pretty enough?
I'm gonna go with John Travolta.
No, wasn't he in Fame?
That's why I don't know anything about Fame,
Me neither.
but I know it was around that.
It was
era.
Tom Cruise.
I was going to say Tom Cruise.
Oh, dude, I wish
I was
you
just
said
too
it.
much
That
of a
was-
puss to say it.
Yeah, you should have done it. I just
Yeah,
he was
well, Tom
not,
Cruise.
not
It's true.
pretty
He
enough?
is. He is not. No, he's Tom Cruise is the worst fucking piece of shit in the world.
He's one of the.
I fucking love Tom Cruise.
Yeah, man. You know what?
I did-
humanized me
he-
for him when he
nobody
did, when he
gives
did
a-
Tropic Thunder. I'm just like, okay, there's someone in there still. Like,
It's just he gives it his all. He is.
He's a little fucking puke.
have you seen Tropic Thunder where he's like this?
Yes, that was funny.
He was good, and you're just like, okay, so he has humor in him. This he's not completely lost to this retarded religion that he's in. Sorry, about
I heard
using
he's
it.
done with that.
I've heard that too, but he would never. The amount of lawsuits he could face.
You can't
are
get
just-
out, bro.
You can't get out.
Yeah,
of that
apparently
shit.
he'd have to give up all his earnings and shit or something.
Well, yeah,
crazy.
because they would throw so many lawyers at him. He had been in legal battle for the rest of his life for nothing.
It's
like,
insane.
He'll get slapped.
He's
for the
handing off
rest of his
like
life.
money and money and money
Yeah,
to Scientology because that's what.
that's what got him. He's the highest ranked Scientology
Yeah, so he has
officer.
to hand over a percentage of.
He's OT9.
What was that? What's the other actress? Was it the girl from King of Queens?
Leah Remini.
Yes.
Yeah,
She did a show or something, right? About that.
she did a
Scientology.
show about it. Yeah, and she went.
Did you see it? I never saw it.
Yeah,
I forgot all about it.
It's
till now.
crazy because
A little bit.
and you can
Yeah.
she even talks about like they'll even show past footage of her being like speaking on the side of the church, and she's just like I would go like 4 or 5 days without sleeping, and I have to work for the church and work for the church and work. It's like I have to give every bit of money I had. Like there was millions and millions of dollars she gave away to nothing. She has no idea what it was. And there's a former CFO, like the financial officer, and he's in previous documentaries being like, "Fuck you, get off our property." He was suing people. He was causing all kinds of shit. He got out of the church, and he's just like, I can't believe I was on the side of these people like 10 years ago. I
Wow.
can't believe the shit I was doing for them.
Well,
It's
that's
super
what
crap
broke
shit.
up. What was that cross-eyed actress that Tom Cruise was with?
Nicole
Nicole
Kidman?
Kidman? She cross-eyed?
No, the one was in Batman. She always looked cross-eyed to me.
Uma Thurman?
No, that was had a kid with Suri
Oh,
Cruise.
Katie Holmes.
That one.
She's cross-eyed?
She always looks cross-eyed to me. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a made-up marriage. That was a fake. That was a fake.
I told you the publicists got together like,
Yeah.
let's do this.
That was a fake thing made by publicists.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Because
They
that's
had a kid. I think they had a kid together. And
yeah, they had a full kid.
Suri.
together.
Come on, you don't know Suri? You don't read People magazine?
No, I don't. My mom knows all this shit. She watches Kardashian.
You know
My
what
mom
I caught
watches all
myself
this shit.
doing? So I went grocery shopping today, and I was at the checkout, and I saw the People magazines and all those fucking celebrity magazines. And there's one there, and it's about the Golden Globes, and it's about how Brad Pitt just asked Jennifer Aniston to marry him
I
or
saw
something.
that.
I would ask Jennifer Aniston to do I would do anything.
But that wasn't a real
Yeah,
magazine.
anything
she's
for
a
her.
babe.
I love her.
You ever seen like a
babe.
National Enquirer or one of those? crazy
No, this was
magazines?
like People magazine. So apparently,
he did.
I don't know. I caught myself. I went and I was like waiting in line, and I grabbed it and I started looking at it, and I was like, I saw like 3 different people staring at me, like this guy's reading these like celebrity magazines. Just put it back on the fucking thing. Like,
Well, that's strange, 'cause
fuck.
I've never looked at a tabloid in my life, but I saw that last night. I was buying a pack of smokes at like midnight, and I like,
Yeah.
Brad asked Jen marry me, and then right next says like Roseanne O'Donnell, a Nazi. So I'm just like, I didn't really put the two together. It's like one's the same.
No, this was not like an Enquirer. This was like a real magazine.
Well, apparently he was a drunk. There's another thing going around. He was a brutal drunk, and somebody
Brad Pitt?
got sober. Yeah. No.
I mean, what else are you going to do when you got
Guy
millions of
likes to
dollars
party.
enough to do
Whatever.
shit? He looks like a guy who parties.
Yeah, he does that guy who parties.
Yeah.
Well, you saw him on Jackass. They're fucking throwing him around in shopping carts. He was in a panda suit, like getting thrown off fucking sets of stairs.
Oh, I heard, but yeah, I remember that.
And he said, like, don't take it easy on me. Like, he's getting hammered and going out with the Jackass guys. He did a skit, like, kidnapping Brad Pitt, where he's in, like, a shawarma stand. Like, he's like, in a lineup for a shawarma stand. And
That's like
he asked the guy in front of him, like, is this a shawarma stand? And the guy looked at his pants, yeah. And the guy's like, holy shit, it's fucking Brad Pitt. So then, like, a bit of conversation starts in front of the line. It's fucking Brad Pitt's behind me. And then a van pulls up. They're like, hey, yo, Brad Pitt.
and they
We got an
kidnap.
autograph.
Yeah, they kidnap him.
And they
Yeah,
fucking go and haul him into the fucking van.
put him in the side with like ski masks on and,
And they
shit.
kept someone stayed behind with a camera, and there's like, I know this sounds crazy, but
Someone just
I just watched someone kidnap Brad Pitt.
they're on the phone. Yeah.
That's still the best part of that old school movie when they do that to Master of Puppets coming out.
Oh yeah, they're like, we'll have him back.
yeah,
by
we'll
dinner.
have him back by dinner.
Oh, old school. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you tell anyone, we'll fucking kill you.
Oh, and they run over they hit the dumpster of stuff. They got the Astro
Yeah.
van. Oh,
Yeah,
that is
Will
beautiful.
Ferrell's like, if you tell anyone, we'll fucking kill you.
And he takes the
I'm
Pringles.
just kidding. We'll have him back by midnight. Or-
Takes the Pringles. Looks back in, takes the dip.
yeah. And that's Jim Jeffries on his TV show, his talk show.
Yeah.
He was coming up with the idea and like formulating stuff, and he was apparently happened to be with Brad Pitt at one time. And Brad Pitt was like, "Oh, like I'll do something with you."
weatherman.
He's like, "What do you want to do?" He's like, "I don't know, I'll do the weather." And he's like, "Yeah, okay." Like Jim Jeffries laughs about it. He's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll give you a call when it's ready." And so then they're like trying to cast the weatherman, and it didn't work out with who they did have. And they're like, "Who should we get?" And he's like, "I don't know." Brad Pitt said he'd do it. And they're like,
Brad
"Yeah,
Pitt
sure,
said-
sure, Jim." And he's like, "No, like he did sound like he was in. Like he actually did really want to do it." And he's like, they're like, "Whatever, Jim. We need to really actually find out." And they're like, "Can you just call him and find out?" So they call, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah.
So now he's the weatherman on this guy's show.
Well, he was just sending. He was like, whatever you can do for us. So he's sending like just selfie videos of himself like, talking about weather.
Yeah.
And they're putting it on a
They're
major
putting it on.
network show.
Yeah.
I'm Brad Pitt, and here's the weather. It's very weathery. And the weather that I'm in.
Yeah.
He's wearing like a shitty tan suit.
Hot
every
here.
time. Yeah.
He also was in Deadpool too.
Yeah, the invisible guy.
The invisible guy.
No.
You don't even know. You
Timur
don't even know it's
hasn't
him.
seen either one of those, and he
Really?
hates all the he hates
Superheroes?
all the superhero movies. But I'm like, well, these are the only ones you'll like.
I've heard they're good.
They're fucking fantastic.
One day you're gonna like sink into those, and then it'll just be like, we don't see you for a month.
No,
It
fuck.
just-
Nah.
They're so good, man. They're
they
great
are
movies.
good.
Well, no, he's watched
Deadpool,
No, that's
if
the thing.
anything, is one of the best.
He's watched almost every one of them with me and my other friend Matt, totally reluctantly. He's been there like, yep, and then there it goes, it's over. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll leave. And he's just like, and he's a good sport. He goes to
No,
the
I'm
shit.
not. I tell you, it's stupid. I fucking
Still a good
hate
sport.
them. I don't,
Still a good sport.
I don't go anymore.
But you still go again.
If I want popcorn bad enough, I'll go.
Yeah.
Well, that's movie popcorn's the best. I'll go to. I don't care what movie it is. I'll go to it, just cause.
I like that shit. I pulled some shit out. I went on Sunday and I pulled shit out like yesterday in my teeth. Like this, it's in my teeth. It just stays, dude.
This sticks in your gums,
Can't get it out. Like I'll work it for days,
but it's still good though.
flossing and shit. Oh yeah, but I floss it, jams it in more. Like it just goes in further. I'm like, oh, that's it. It's part of me now. It's tattooed.
I fucking love movie popcorn, man. You can get it on Uber Eats now.
That's a little extreme.
That is really stupid. If it's not hot out of the, it's already they're serving it to a shitty now. You're not getting hot out of the thing. Now you're
Yeah,
pulling
now
it
you're
out of this
pulling it off a
fucking
shelf.
Yeah,
They're cold by the time you're in your seat.
yeah,
Yeah,
garbage.
it's horse shit.
Yeah, that's a real garbage way to do
Let's
things.
see if I can write a email, a strongly worded email to somebody.
You're not
Well,
going to do that.
you're not going to change that infrastructure. I think, oh, we better shut this down. Like, they're not going to do it.
Maybe I might be the one to change it for everybody.
That's the thing. That whole shelf thing they can have. They could just have one guy just going scoop, bam, scoop,
Yeah.
pass, scoop, pass. Scoop.
They got 4 people working back there.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
It's fucking
You see
crazy.
through the window, and you can see 4 people making
Well, they're
popcorn.
streamlining it so that you can make as much off commissions as you can because they make zero, if not negative, profit on the film sales, right?
Yeah, they make it all off $6,
All off
$7,
commissions, yeah.
$8
$17 popcorn and drink.
Yeah. I don't care. It's still great.
Whatever.
I missed a tattoo consultation today. I worked too long. It's supposed to be 11 o'clock.
What are you getting tattooed?
I was thinking about
Hold on
getting
a second.
that
You
super
go
deep-
for consultations for your shitty tattoos?
Well, no, I was going to go for a real one this time.
Oh.
I was going to go for a big one. And I was going to get a big Super Dave helmet on my shoulder.
You already have one Super.
I know, but it's not even Super Dave-ish enough, and it wasn't done properly. I got it in Amsterdam, and it was like that.
It looks like a Super Dave Osborne helmet.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get a nice one. A good one. That or get like a Chicago Bears helmet.
I guess like if you look at it like people get skulls, like people
I
get lots
don't-
of skulls.
Yeah.
So you'll just have lots of Super Dave Osborne
Well, why?
helmets.
Yeah, why? I remember I asked my friend the other day. I'm like, how many skulls is that? Like, he got another tattoo and another tattoo. I'm like, how many fucking skulls is that? He's like, I don't know. He literally has no idea how many
Who's this?
skulls. It's Chicky.
Yeah.
He has over like 40 skulls on his fucking body.
You got skulls on both of his hands.
It's fucking crazy. Skulls aren't that cool. Like, they look cool. I get it.
That's the only thing I promised to my mom I wouldn't get.
Yeah.
I don't know
good-
skulls. My mom was like,
Good promise, man.
like she didn't care about any tattoos I've got, but she was like, "Oh, no skulls though."
I know
I'm
the
like,
skulls are-
I can commit to that. All right, fine.
I do.
I'll let that one go early.
I am egocentric enough that I would like an x-ray of my own skull, and I'll frame it. But that's about all I want to do with skulls.
Egocentric enough to
Yeah.
want that.
It's like, that's my skull.
Yeah.
There's a peanut lodged in
You
the
should
nostril.
get a X-ray done on your junk and then put that on
That'd
the
be
wall.
cool.
Yeah.
I actually asked the last x-ray, but I'm like, could you just like zap one on my head real quick? Like, get the fuck out of here. We got shit to do.
Just zap one of my head. What were you getting done?
I forget. I forget. I think I had a broken nose or something. I forget what it was.
One of the many times.
No. I forget. It was a chest x-ray. It was a chest x-ray. My heart was fucking up.
Yeah. Arrhythmia.
It was back when I was after my house burned down, and I didn't realize that I was under such extreme stress. I didn't know. My body just kind of internalizes it. So I was under this insane amount of stress. Oh, you can just grab one of these, Mike.
Yeah,
And,
we've been putting them outside the window.
So I remember I sat down at my parents' place after like a week of like dealing with like this fire shit, and I sat down there and I was to my parents like, my heart will not stop beating out of my chest. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Like having major panic
I'm
attacks
having
and shit.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but so they took me to the hospital, and it turned out to be the opposite. My heart rate was down to like 30 beats per minute or something. They were like, "Are you an athlete?" I'm like, "No, I'm a smoker and I'm half drunk." And they're like, "Okay, we gotta get you back." They like fucking they blow through the doors, put the fucking,
the EKG fucking
put all the stuff on me, put all the stickers all over me and everything, and I lost my health insurance because they had to do this test on me.
Really?
Turned out I was totally
because of
fine.
that. You can't lose your health insurance because of something they found.
What happened is that I had applied for home insurance because the house burned down, and then we applied for home insurance when we bought a house.
And you're like, "Oh, would you like to add life
and they're
insurance?"
like, yeah, but you had an EKG recently. What happened? I was, oh, I had something. They're like, can you elaborate? I'm like, no, the doctors don't know what it was either. And they're like, okay, we're not insuring this guy. So I had to go get a whole clean bill of health, get a chest X-ray, all this shit.
Did they give it to you?
Yeah, they gave it to me. Yeah, they found out I was fine, but it was this. I don't even. Know
I've
what
had
stress
two. I've
feels
had
like,
two of
really.
those things where it was 2 panic attacks. Both times I was
Yeah.
like in the
dying.
hospital. Yeah,
I'm dying. That's it.
yeah. Like this is it. I'm done. Like there's definitely something wrong this time. And then I'm there and I'm sitting there and they're like, "How you feeling?" I'm like, "Feel okay now." They're like, "I can't find anything wrong with you."
Yeah.
MRI, fucking EKGs, everything.
I
Like
did the same thing. I went in there clutching my chest like I'm dying.
this is it.
I'm like, something's going really bad here. And they gave me an EKG. Doctor comes out, flips his little notepad open. He's like, yeah, you're fine. Get out of here. I'm like, I am not fine.
Yeah.
Were
There's
you guys-
something wrong.
Were you guys both alone when you came across
was at
this
work.
self-diagnosis and you went to the hospital by yourself, or did someone encourage you to go get checked
No,
out?
I was working with a guy. I'm like, you need to drive me to the hospital. Right
No
now.
shit.
Yeah, the first time I was with a friend of ours, Jesse, and I was trying to find an open walk-in,
Oh my god.
and I couldn't find one because we went to a concert out in Peterborough and drove home, and I still felt like shit. I should have been able to put this together. We partied till fucking 4 a.m, and I
Oh, I
smoked a
remember
whole
this.
pack of smoke.
No,
so
that
like,
was with me. And we drank that absinthe and shit all night.
No. That's a different time.
is it
I didn't end up. I knew what was wrong the next day. That time,
You didn't get fighty?
yeah. And then this time was the first time I'd ever had a panic attack from like too much drinking, and then the next day, and I actually had my mom drive me in. I was like 23 or something, I think, at the
I
time.
remember Mike did a bunch of absinthe with me one night, and then he slept at my place.
It was weed absinthe, though.
And then it was whatever the fuck it was. But in the morning, I kept on watching this DVD, and I kept on just cycling back and just playing the first intro, whatever movie it was.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember why I was doing it, but I kept on just cycling back playing the first scene. And you came out of the bedroom, my bedroom, and you were like, dude, what's going on? Why do you keep repeating this movie? I'm like, I'm not. And you're like, no, you keep rewinding it to the start. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man, but I am not. I haven't even turned on the TV yet. And you're like, what? I'm like, no, man. Like, I'm just going to start the movie. So then I just kept on doing it after that. And you would come out every like 10 minutes being like,
Oh, so
come
you
on.
hadn't done it at that time?
Oh, I had done it a couple times at that time. Now that you've acknowledged it, now I'm just like,
fucking
oh,
prick,
now I'm just going to
Yeah.
keep doing it and doing it and doing it. So I did it to you for like an hour and a half. And you come out every like 10 minutes being like, dude, what is going on? Why does this scene keep playing? I'm like, I don't know what you're fucking talking about,
God
Mike.
damn it. The thing that scared me the most was when I was like, what the fuck did we do? This was at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I woke up at 2:30 and I was like, oh, my brain's broken. Totally broke my brain. This is how you become like homeless. Like my brain's broken and I won't be able to like have a conscious thought ever again. And we're still fucked up. You're like, I have to drive to London today because you had to go to London for some shit. And I remember sitting there, I was talking to Chuck, and Chuck calls our friend Jimmy and is like, Jimmy, what the fuck was in that? He's talking to him on the phone, like being like, I'm still pretty fucked up. Like there's something crazy about that. And so when I hear Chuck say that, I'm like,
Whoa.
yeah. I'm like, okay, so there's probably something up with this. And so I start freaking out. We have to play a show that night.
Not even that night, that day. Wasn't it like daytime?
It was like one of those, like it was at Jay's
yeah.
tattoo party or whatever. Yeah. So I slept in your bed until you kicked me out, and you're like, I have to drive to London. And I'm like, I have to drive my fucking car right now? I ended up sleeping in my car until like 6 p.m., woke up, went, played the show, got back in my car, that was it, went home. I slept for like 3 days. I was fucked.
That's what happens with those panic. I think that's what the panic attacks that I've had, if I want to call them panic attacks, it's just been lack of sleep in somewhere or another where I don't realize.
Alcohol
I haven't-
withdrawals.
Yeah, I haven't slept in 3 or 4 days, and I have been drinking for 5 or 6. And
The worst part for me now is I just know how to deal with them now. I'm just like, all right, well, I gotta sit down for an hour.
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I was about to call Bree in my room the other night and was like, you know what? You're just having a panic attack. Just fucking
Just
relax.
breathe.
Just breathe. You're fine. You're gonna fall.
Go
asleep.
get some water.
My
Well,
sister
and that's
talked
how
me
you
down once,
that's
too.
how you know. Like you just know. Yeah.
Well, my sister gave me sleeping. It was last summer or summer before. She gave me sleeping pills. I've never had a sleeping pill in my life, and they came in these kind of like a caramel, like a very very tiny caramel. You can break them apart.
It's like chocolate.
Yeah, they like a Toblerone or something, right? You
Yeah.
break them, and I just took the whole bar. It was like eight of them. It was like 8 of them or 4 of them. Took the
Yeah.
whole thing as I thought I was supposed to, and I was. That's what she gave me.
Yeah.
This will knock you right the fuck out, and I didn't sleep. And that was she gave it to me at midnight, and then it was noon the next day, and I still hadn't slept because it was like it was doing the adverse effect where I just wanted to stay awake. I was fighting the medication, and I was fucking delirious. I was like stomping around in the forest, crying. As my niece and nephew were there, you know, like it's just my
Jeez.
sister, and I was just out of my mind.
How old were you then?
This was like 2-3 years ago.
Oh my god.
I've never had a sleeping pill in my life. I was just crazy. I've never had anything like this happen. And I'm like, I'm taking the boat because we're on an island, so I couldn't get to my car. I'm like, taking the fucking boat. You can't stop me. And they're like, fuck you, like Justin,
Just lay down.
like your brother-in-law's a lot bigger than you. Like he's gonna put you down. Like like he's a Portia native or something.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. He's like he's gonna put you down. Like we just need you to go like close your eyes. I'm like I'm not going to. They just got me to close my eyes. I woke up 18 hours later, totally fine.
Yeah.
But I suffered for those 18 hours. Like panic attacks are so horrible. And the problem is the solution is right in front of you. We just listen to the person in front of you giving you the very simple advice of shut up, go to sleep, everything's fine. You can't listen to it.
No. You refuse to believe it. Every little
still physical.
heartbeat, every little
Of course it's
heartbeat,
physical,
every little
'cause
like
your adrenaline's going. You can't.
yeah. Well, that's what I had, like when I had kept having like a heavy feeling on my chest. But I think I just pulled a muscle. Like, to be honest, I probably pulled a muscle, but to me it was feeling like when I took a serious deep breath, I could feel it in my chest. But I'd been like, it was in the summer and I'd been building a fucking deck and I probably like stretched and pulled something crazy hard. But at the time I was just like, nah, something's not right. And like I could feel it. And then all of a sudden everything just starts to escalate so badly. And that was when I was like, all right, fuck it. And I went to the walk-in and the walk-in did what they could, which is fuck all. And they were like, well, you should probably go to the merge. Go to the merge just to be sure. And I was like, oh, fuck me. Like, if they're telling me to go, I got to go. And then all of a sudden I'm escalated, like, beyond that. It's so dumb.
A guy I know trashed the whole hospital waiting room. Trashed the whole fucking thing.
Don't edit that.
You have to. You're not an authority on this. Don't make it any harder for him because he does have to edit stuff. I can't. He's a listener, so I can't have him. But anyway, he trashed a whole hotel room. Fuck.
Who hasn't trashed a hotel room?
Hospital waiting room. Trashed the whole fucking thing. He never had one before. He never had a panic attack in his life. Just went in there. He was stressing out about his upcoming wedding. He was traveling in from BC, so he was jet lagged and just hadn't slept in like 4 or 5 days. He didn't know because he's like me. Like me and him only sleep like 4 or 5 hours. So he just missed that 3 days in a row. You go fucking crazy fast.
You had one in Mexico.
Yeah. Well, that was a straight month of like, I am not blackout drunk. Yeah. I am drunk all the time. So I took 1 day off and went insane.
Yeah. Coco Bongo's day.
Yeah, I didn't get to go. Yeah. I made everybody buy like $70 Coco Bongo tickets, and I couldn't go.
Yeah. I can't go.
I can't close my eyes.
Yeah, I can't go. I can't go. Go without me.
My
we bought these tickets because you said it was so amazing.
My eyeballs were actually hanging out of my head. I was pulling hair out of my scalp and tufts. I was going out of my mind.
We all went. I think you gave your ticket to some random that was there on
a couple girls. There's girls that were here. There were so I just came to them. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember that trip, man. I had a bit of a panic attack when we were on that fucking boat. The fishing boat.
Oh, you were there for that with Gord. Gord just like held tight the whole time.
He was fine. He just drank his way through it.
Yeah. And me and
LeBlanc and I
you were barfing the whole time.
Barfed off the boat the entire time.
Yeah. I mean, I made it. It was you and LeBlanc immediately. I made it like a third of the way through the ride, and then I was down there barfing you guys.
Really? Oh,
everyone else above deck was fine. Gord just sat. Gord drank, I think, like 25 beers.
Well, they brought enough beer for the 8 of us, and I had a sip of one. It was
kind of strange of Gord to drink 25 beers.
Well, let's see if he comes to Greece with us this year.
Hey, Gord.
Fun. For a long time, and it still is for a lot of people, it's still admirable. Like, this guy drank 18 beers today, and he's still like moving around. He's good. And a lot of people admire that kind of behavior.
I can't drink like that anymore.
I can, and I still can, and it's a lot of fun. But what happens is my brain gives out a lot earlier now, and I just
I remember I never used to black out. I
black out so fast.
I blacked out on Christmas at Josh's big time.
Yeah,
big time.
Like shit actually disappears from my knowledge when I get too drunk.
Oh yeah, me too.
I don't like that. That's why I like now. Like,
there's nothing to like about it, but I also trust my own morals and behavior that I don't hurt anyone's feelings. So the only person I'm going to embarrass is myself for the most part. So I'm okay with it. But
you get annoying, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. If I annoy people, I don't hurt anyone's feelings. I've never been mean to anybody.
No,
I don't fall down anymore. I don't get fall down drunk. I just forget things. I always end up in my bed like, huh.
Well, that's the part that kind of scares me though, is that like sometimes when I do get crazy drunk, I'm either really excited and Kate will be like, you were fucking hammered. Or she's like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe how fucking drunk I was. I don't remember anything. She's like, I don't remember. Like, you weren't that bad. And I was like, are you kidding? I don't remember anything past this. And she's like, that's scary because you didn't seem that drunk.
Yeah.
And it's like, getting good at faking it's like almost scarier.
Well, we're habitual drinkers.
Drinking
we
problems.
all are. I mean, the people that don't have kids, that's the people we typically hang out with. And we're drinking a lot every weekend.
Fuck, I was up till 4 Monday night drinking.
Yeah. Monday night.
That's
an ugly face.
Just disgust.
I've heard
just disgust. Well, I mean, if you have Tuesday off,
I work shift though, so it's
that's
different.
like I can't drink like you guys are drinking. I work at fucking 9:15 tomorrow.
Oh, no, you said we're at noon.
No, I thought I did. I work at 9:15 tomorrow.
What are you going to do when we're still here at like 2, 3 in the
We'll
morning?
have to jet.
I'll be in bed.
We're going to have to leave. We're going to have to jet out of here.
All right, it's not. You don't have to.
How much time we got over there?
We did an hour and a half, man.
That's not bad.
not
Let's wrap it up. A couple more questions, please, from movie trivia.
You want the movie trivia?
Let's
questions?
give the fans what they want.
You have fans?
We have.
I don't know if this
adoring
is what
fans.
I don't. We have fans. I don't know if this is what they want, but it's what they're going to get.
We're working for it,
Well, I'm sorry to...
guys. If you want something, let us know. We got lots of ways to comment on stuff.
Who are you talking to?
The fans.
The fans.
You mean
They
your
send
people
it.
at
Send
home?
in some emails. You know.
Do you have
Tell
people,
the people.
Do you have people listen to you that we don't know?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we do.
We have a huge following in
Yeah.
Australia for some reason.
Can you imagine if these people ever met you guys?
We have a huge following in
Yeah,
Australia.
I mean,
before
I don't
we
know
even met
why,
anyone
but
in
hey.
Australia. Before Leon, before we met Leon, we had a big following in Australia.
This one's
probably
a Star Wars one. Who plays CP3? This is wrong. C-3PO in a series of films.
The British guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. His
You
name.
guys don't know?
Wow, Sion's gonna take a shot at it though.
As soon as... I'm not going to say anything, but as soon as you say it, I'll be like, oh, fuck.
I think his name's Paul.
Go nuts. What is it?
Anthony
Yeah,
Daniels.
Anthony Daniels.
All right. Let's see if you guys know. Tom Cruise's first box office film was called what?
Days of Thunder.
Well, no.
American-
Days of Thunders was after Top Gun.
Risky Business.
Boom.
Oh, yeah?
There you go. What nationality was Odd Job?
Japanese.
No.
Chinese.
What?
No.
Korean?
Yeah, there you go.
Korean is the most mysterious now.
Why?
Japanese, I think, was the most mysterious, but I think Korean.
Oh, this is a
Koreans
weirdly
took over more
worded
mysterious.
Bond question, but let me see if I can get this right.
Take your time.
Okay,
dude.
License to Kill was the first Bond film not to be what? Does that make sense?
Produced in Britain?
No.
Not to be.
It's not to be starring someone from Great Britain.
No.
Timothy Daniel? No? Or Dalton?
It was not titled after a Bond book.
Fair enough.
That should not be titled after what? That should be me the question.
Yeah, it was a really weird. I actually reworded it from the way I had
No,
it.
you know what? I should have known that. I put the blame on myself.
That's all right.
Take it easy,
You'll
bud.
be okay, bud.
Jeez. We're gonna get through this.
I already asked that one. These are getting worse, I think.
Whose drum kit is that?
That's my drum kit, bud. I'm going to fix her up.
Is that a pearl? It's a Tama.
Oh, are you guys big Indiana Jones
Yes.
fans? All right. The role of Indiana Jones was offered to and rejected by which actor?
Is it Tom Hanks?
No.
Wow. At that time of day, who's our boy?
Was
at
it
that
Mark
time of
Hamill?
day? No. Mark Hamill's way out of the picture at
He
that
would have
point.
been too young, I think, for that one.
Michael J. Fox is too young too.
Tom Selleck?
Oh,
It is Tom Selleck. It is. Well
I think I've heard that before. It
Well
just popped
done.
into my head,
well
yeah.
done.
Well done.
I didn't think anyone was going to get it. I was going to give you
Selleck.
the clue of a mustache.
yeah.
Wow. I'm
I
impressed.
remember hearing that somewhere now.
How old is Tom Selleck, you think, right now? Because he really aged really well.
65.
He was dating Courtney Cox
on
Friends.
And Friends.
Yeah, but it was reasonable.
He
It-
wasn't dating Courtney
didn't
Cox.
look
He was
gross.
dating Monica
Yeah, but
as a character.
It didn't look gross, though.
Yeah, but he was probably supposed to be like 45 there, and she was supposed to be like 27.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
What?
No, they freaked out on that show when they hit 40. So they started that.
No. They freaked out on that show when he hit 30.
Yeah.
No, wrong.
Yes.
No, Matt LeBlanc,
Oh, you mean
Joey freaked out when he was hitting 40 and started dressing like a hip hop kid
no?
when he hit 40.
That was 30.
Bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
Nah, I'm not.
That
Yeah,
was
dude.
30.
No.
Yeah,
They
dude.
did a whole episode when Rachel
wrong.
turned 30, like a montage episode, and she was all upset.
Joey hit 40 in that show. and
I'll
made
bet
a-
you money.
Made a big
Oh
set.
man, you know that
It's
this
gonna
bet's
take too
gonna
much
happen.
research to make that bet. Too much
No,
research.
it won't.
Find
How
it.
old were they in the last episode? It's not 40.
They're not 40.
Okay,
Maybe in real life, Matt LeBlanc was 40, but not the characters.
Let's do an honor bet where we can display evidence to each other and be like, if it's not
Whatever. It doesn't have to be monetary. We don't even have to shake. We've already figured it out.
Finger touch bet.
What is Indiana Jones's first name?
Oh, I actually just asked this the other day.
Did you remember the answer?
Fuck. It gets mentioned at the end of The Last Crusade.
This was like 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry. No, I got it. I lost it because it's not
Henry.
Henry.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was Henry.
In Goldfinger, who was the boss of the cement mixers?
Jaws.
Goldfinger.
In Goldfinger, who was the boss of, this is capitals, the cement mixers?
And I guess Jaws, and I was wrong.
Jaws is
You're
only
wrong.
in
I
two.
stopped listening to you.
I'm gonna have to pass on that.
Oh, I was really hoping you were going to get this one. Pussy Galore.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
How dare they? Like, they're not even trying. Like,
Yeah, it's great.
it's supposed to be like a serious thing, and it's supposed to be taken with some humor. But you have a character called Pussy Galore.
There was like Christmas Jones. Who else was there? Fuck.
ridiculous.
Pussy Galore's the best, but they're all like
Pussy Galore.
it's amazing.
Because it's got Zsa Zsa.
Are you guys
Galore,
big
right?
Bruce Lee fans?
No.
Of course I am.
I figured you would be.
Yeah.
What was Bruce Lee's first Hollywood produced film?
After that Green Lantern garbage. Green Lantern. But
Green Hornet?
Green Hornet.
Green Hornet.
The first one they ever did?
What was Bruce Lee's first Hollywood produced film?
I don't know.
Enter the Dragon.
Okay.
I keep thinking these are gonna be trick questions.
Yeah, you'd think it would be the least size.
No, not that crazy. What was the first Bond film not based on an Ian Fleming book?
That was it From Her Majesty's Secret Service?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Because the Ian Fleming book was the one they just did. Casino Royale was the first one he did, right? And
Yeah.
they just redid that.
It's pretty late.
Never say something. I don't know.
never say nothing. Goldeneye.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Wait,
Yeah.
I bet you every Pierce Brosnan one was never part of those novels.
No, at that point it was probably over.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a ton of
There's
Bond. There's a ton of Bond questions in here. It's
There's
insane.
a Pierce Brosnan scene where he's in a submarine car, but the thing is, it only goes down for like a couple of seconds, right? So he's going through the English Channel. The English Channel's frozen, busts through it, goes underwater, right? But it's still convertible, so he's in the water. He straightens his tie.
Yeah, of course.
He has no hands on the wheel. Straightens his tie.
He's got to look good.
It was like 1996.
Yeah.
Remember what we look like in 1996?
good.
No.
In which film was the character Mary Goodnight the Bond girl?
Mary Goodnight?
Yeah.
I'd only be guessing.
I don't think.
Give me three.
Octopussy,
No.
The Living Ends,
No.
The Living Daylights. Sorry.
No.
Mary Go Lightly,
Mary Goodnight.
Mary Goodnight.
Sorry,
Does it give you a year?
No, it doesn't.
Can I interject or something? How many Bond films are there at this point?
25, 26.
Jesus
Christ. Wow, I didn't know that.
My last guess will be Dr. No.
No. The Man with the Golden
Oh,
Gun.
my
It was
favorite
one.
one.
It was one that you had already
That's
said
my
too.
favorite one.
Yeah.
That's with Knick Knack.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen any of them, so I need to watch these.
We can have a weekend,
should be
Mike.
just-
if
I'd
you
love
want.
to
on
watch a
cable.
bunch of
That
them.
was my
I probably only watched
The man with the golden
Connery ones.
gun.
They were bad. They were like really bad. They were like
But
really.
so good.
There was like one where there was like a car that actually did fly, like in real life. It had folded out wings. But there's all these guys. There's like 30 guys shooting at this white car that these wings slowly unfolded as it's going down a freeway. And it's like a huge effort. Like there's no way this thing would actually fucking work. And there's all these.
Like, what more do you want out of a dude?
I know.
Guy looks good. He hits a lot of. He bangs a lot of chicks. Drives cool cars.
Does he have sex in every movie? Does
Oh, yeah.
Bond have sex in every single movie?
I mean, you got to read between the lines.
I'm
but of
asking you
course.
though, but is there a sex scene in every movie?
You've got to read between the lines, but yes.
Yeah. What about that one where they're like in a mansion, the most recent one with Daniel Craig, and it's like a busted up mansion?
Skyfall?
Is that what it's Skyfall?
No, the last one was Spectre. I've only seen Spectre once. I can't remember.
they find out
I
he's
saw
like
that
an
one in
orphan or
theaters, I
something.
think.
I was expecting more.
What was the one
Oh,
before
was
that?
the worst
Skyfall.
one. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I saw Skyfall.
Skyfall was good.
Shittiest.
After
Skyfall was good.
Skyfall, he said he never wanted to do one again, basically.
Pretty much.
But then he did do Spectre.
And then they drove a truck full of
Yeah,
money
they
up to his house. And he
dropped a
said,
dump truck.
I guess so.
I'm not made of stone.
Hey, I wonder if T-Ron can get this one. Because this one McD didn't get, and I feel like I thought it would be an easy one. But
should.
Bruce Willis played a time-traveling criminal in what movie?
He won't get this.
No?
No, he's not a cinephile. Not that you need to be. But
I don't think
you're
I don't-
I think
I-
you're
I
selling me
wouldn't say-
short a little bit. Though.
Yeah,
not.
I don't. Yeah, I thought
sure.
it was kind of easy, and I'm not a cinephile by any means.
It's the one with what's her face with the orange hair.
No, that's a future one, but that's
that's-
Fifth Element.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Was he in that?
He was in.
I'm going to
that,
give
yeah.
myself credit for that. Good enough.
And there was another one I gave myself credit for too. I had another one mixed up, but I called Looper.
He thought it was Looper, but it was 12 Monkeys.
Sure, never seen it.
So that's three
Oh, okay.
three different time era movies he's been in. Time travel
yeah.
or not. But Looper was definitely time traveling, so I wasn't entirely wrong.
No, yeah, maybe this was done before that was even completed.
Yo, sorry to interrupt.
Yo.
Neil Peart died today.
Yeah,
I
that's-
heard
yeah.
about that.
you
That
guys
is
talk
actually
about that
sad
already?
news. We have not.
What's going up for auction?
For what?
What's going up for auction?
I don't know.
get
that
that-
should all go in the Hall of Fame.
Gotta go get that bitch's kit, bro.
Like, no one has room for that kid.
Go-
It
go
go-
on.
It's
If you go
360.
on-
It goes all the way around.
Did you see the Onion article where he outdid a street busker with a 30-piece drum
30-piece bucket kit?
bucket kit?
If you go on your Instagram and scroll past the thousands of big titted bitches, if you have any bands on your Instagram, every single band is just like
I know.
Neil Peart.
Oh, yeah.
every
It's not
Foo
that
Fighters and fucking
Oh,
everybody.
dude,
and,
he's known as one of the greatest drummers of all time.
He's
If not,
probably-
like,
He was
considered the world's
top
best drummer.
5
I-
easily. you
but
know,
he
like,
was such a recluse, man. I didn't know he was. No one knew he was sick.
yeah.
Other than,
Last
like,
3 years, what was it? Some
brain cancer.
Brain cancer. That's what it was. Knew some
That's
sort of
fucking.
cancer.
I just got home and I'm just like,
I saw that about an hour ago. I was like, holy
Is
shit.
brain cancer a painful way to go? Does anyone know?
I'd say every cancer is probably a.
Well,
shitty way
but
to go.
brain cancer, your pain threshold is in your brain.
but
so
he's
is it
probably the
painful?
last month of his life. He was probably just a vegetable, anyways.
Fuck me.
Probably.
I gotta
I
worry.
don't know. He was battling with it for 3 years.
He's a,
I
heart,
can't
he's a heartbeat
imagine.
and lungs.
I just want out clean. If I could get promised a clean out, like no 2 years of pain, I'd take
Yeah.
it. I would take it 5 years early.
I even
to just
thought
not
about
go
that driving
way.
by the retirement home from between my house and this house.
Yeah.
I looked at the retirement home. I'm like, it's 9:15. There's nobody up doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this. these old
Drive this thing into an oak tree.
Those but at that age,
these old people aren't partying at all.
at that age, they're waking up at fucking 4 a.m.
yeah, but they're all
you know?
giving each other herpes and shit in there too. You heard about that?
Someone told me about
Yeah,
that.
they do
I
a lot of
didn't know.
cuddling in there, man.
Fuck yeah.
It's
Why
adorable.
not?
I think
Why
it's-
not? They're
I
probably
think
doing
it's free
heroin
love.
too.
Dude,
Like,
it's
fuck
beautiful.
it.
It really shows that we were supposed to be sleeping in a fraternity this entire time. We were supposed to be
One love.
one big communal thing, like close knit people having sex with each other
Fuck
and
fests.
getting along. Yeah, I think maybe that
Senior fuckfest.
results in more shootings and
and
unwanted
probably
pregnancies.
would eliminate a lot of those.
Well, we all try to isolate each other for some reason.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
well,
you
we're-
think about the height of success. What does everyone that's successful does? They almost always,
Fuck.
typically,
Just
no,
fuck.
isolate. They always, they fuck.
They fuck.
They isolate
Everyone's
themselves.
successful.
Everyone
fucks.
isolates themselves.
This guy fucks.
right? I think.
Well, are we getting into this?
No,
That's what-
we don't
That's
have
what we're
to.
talking about. No, that's what you guys do with your
yeah.
fucking little
Sometimes.
podcast.
Yeah, we do. It's a big podcast now. Actually,
It is not a big podcast.
You
just-
can see how not hard work it is, though, right?
Yeah.
It's just sit around and talk. It's pretty easy.
But that's what I mean. Like, I can just call you guys out for beers, and we can go out for beers and hang
Yeah,
out.
but now we get to share this with other people.
Who?
I don't know.
who-
There's people all the time. We just got a
people
new
who don't get to
review.
go
I mean,
out.
in all fairness, I liked your page because you're my buddies, and I want to support
thanks,
you.
bud.
Doesn't mean I'm going to listen to the.
Well, you can see all the dumb artwork we never post.
Yeah. And also, people who don't get to go out as much get to enjoy this kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's some. There the
Why wouldn't they listen to a podcast that's informative?
That's a good point. I mean,
Fine.
yeah.
I'd want to at least, if I'm listening to a podcast, learn about something.
Sometimes people
Yeah.
want to listen to things that they can just plain old relate to.
there's we've heard like feedback from people. A few of the people, and actually people that someone who lives in Cayman Islands listens all the time.
James Bussey?
Yeah. Yeah, he. But like
Hi,
people
James.
like that, and I know some people in Taiwan or no
Really?
Korea.
Y'all have them.
Shit, I don't know where they are. Maybe Taiwan and Korea. I don't
Bussy
remember.
was a listener.
Taiwan, I
Bussy's a
think. But they listen because it reminds them of like being back home. You know, they
Fair
get to
enough.
see what's going on. It reminds them of hanging out with buddies at home. So like that's the kind of thing that like
I'm quite certain
I like
that
that.
anyone that doesn't live around me now is really could care less what's going on in my
yeah,
little
maybe
life.
not. At the same time, it just I don't know. It's a reason for us to get together. Mm-hmm. Just kind of a stupid thing to
I'm
like.
all for that.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I mean, I still think you guys are a couple nerds. But
Well, that we've never claimed not to be.
that is true.
There's that James Bussy down there. You seen that Facebook shit he's done?
Like his place.
The guy built a like 3
Mansion?
zillion, like it's a concrete bunker.
Yeah.
That thing will withstand like nuclear war.
Yeah.
It's all glass and concrete. It's beautiful.
I was for the longest time because I can look at like the statistics of who's listening from where, and there was people listening in Cayman Islands. I'm like, what the
Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is listening from the Cayman Islands? This is insane.
It's very
and
impressive.
then I put it all together. But we had somebody tweet us from was it Missouri, St. Louis, maybe or something.
St. Louis, you said, yeah.
Big
Yeah,
up
so-
St. Louis.
Yeah, big up St. I don't know if she's still listening, but she was listening.
Well, that was because I had sex with all those girls in St. Louis.
I was
Yeah.
just saying we met all those girls from St. Louis.
I had sex with all of them. Nonetheless, there's James down in Cayman Islands who moved down there. I remember he gave out job offers to some of my friends, being like, "Come down here and build pools with
Everyone's
me."
like, "Fuck you, I'm not doing that."
Well, it was more like a nice pipe dream, James. Like, good luck.
No. One thing about that guy was working full time while
Yeah.
going to school
Oh,
when he
I
was
know.
15 years old.
Well,
So no. That guy was always fucking
He was
working.
dealing what you would call QPs, quarter pounds of weed, in the 10th grade. You're talking about moving like
Businessman.
$1,200 worth of stuff when you're fucking 14.
I
Like,
remember-
this guy was only focused on money his whole life. He was amazing at it. He nailed it.
I guess
he had his own landscape company when we were like 17.
I remember when we were playing cards at Sean May's, so we were probably like 22, 23, and he comes rolling up for whatever reason. 'Cause we were
Yeah.
playing cards. Comes rolling up in a brand new Ford like F-250, and I'm like, "The fuck is that, man?" He's like, "Need it for my pool company." I'm like, "Holy shit! Like that's fucking brand new." Like it's a big.
That was up
fucking truck.
here too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fucking Ajax.
We were always rivals, me and him. Eh? Like I did not like him. Most of we did not get along. Me and him.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I lived with him. I didn't live with him, but
Has that changed or?
well, yeah, because we got older and didn't give a shit. We had like a
Because
we
I've
had, like,
seen
a
him
young kid.
message that he it podcast.
Yeah,
I've seen-
exactly. It went away because we're just
Yeah.
mature men now. And when we were growing up, we just had problems with each other. Like I picked on him, he picked on me, kind of shit.
Yeah.
And so we just never got along. But now seeing him and succeed, it's like that's exactly where I knew he'd be exactly like that. Like he was going
That's
to
good.
achieve more than anyone else because he had a rough go coming up.
My dad and his dad
I know.
worked together for a long time.
His
And
dad was at my house the other day. Well, the other day.
Rex?
Yeah, Rex was at my house about I don't know, half a year ago. He's at my house. Yeah,
The other day.
yeah. But I messaged James and like, get this fucking fat bitch off my porch. And
Why
he's-
was Rex there?
I guess that neighbor's mom just died.
Oh, wow.
Mike's mom had just died, so I guess Rex went over and visited or something.
My dad went down with Rex.
I'm gonna smoke weed. I'm not gonna smoke weed. I'm not gonna smoke weed.
sure?
Hey, you guys hold it down for a second. I'm gonna take a piss. See who holds it down.
My dad went down with Rex to Cayman Island, hung out down there, and he said he loved it. Yeah, when you can actually hear yourself.
Yeah, you have to. Now you really got to get involved.
I don't know if I want to hear myself.
No, it's kind of nice though. You can actually hear, what your voice sounds like,
I know what my voice sounds like, and I don't like it.
and you don't like it. You get used to it.
Unless I'm announcing strippers at a strip club, I don't like my voice.
I would like you to have that job.
I would be good at that job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give us one.
Fuck, you're putting me on the spot now.
Daisy.
No. All right, guys, put your hands together. Here comes Skylar to the stage. Skylar to the stage. Available for dances afterwards, fellas. Destiny's up next.
You would have a pretty good one there.
Yeah.
Mine's
got
more
3 dances.
showboaty.
We got 3 dances, then Destiny. Destiny hits the stage.
I like how grimy it is. It's a little grimy. Mine's always like too clean. It's always like, ladies and gentlemen, next up on the stage. It's too smooth. I couldn't do that.
Don't forget to tip your bar, girl.
Yeah, you got like that. Like the guy you used to do like Wolf 101.5.
Batting cleanup for your Toronto Blue Jays. Vladimir Guerrero.
We were just talking about that before you showed up. Actually, we were talking about announcers. We were talking about Bob McCowan. Is he retired, by the way?
They kind of forced him out, but yeah.
Because I remember they were talking about him retiring for like a long time, and then he never actually retired.
I think they kind of forced him out.
Couple years in a
because of
row.
money.
And then
They didn't want to pay him.
and then there was Melky Cabrera.
Oh, Melky? Yeah. Oh, the Milkman?
Yeah, but there was an announcer that like fucked up his name all the time.
Bob McKenzie. It's not McKenzie.
No, Bob McCowan was the hockey guy.
Yeah. But there was a...
No, Bob McCowan?
Yeah.
He was primetime sports.
But I'm talking
Primetime
about
Sports,
the baseball announcer. He had like a Mexican last name, Sanchez.
Buck Martinez.
Martinez.
Buck Martinez.
Buck Martinez.
Yeah.
Greatest hair in all of baseball.
Cabrera.
Could never get it.
Melky.
Get up, ball, get up, and gone!
See, he does get really good Bob McCowan, too. So the impression I did earlier, and obviously butchered it, he actually nails it.
The Bob McCowan one?
He doesn't get the voice right, but it's the exact...
The cadence.
The pacing. It's the pacing that he got it right. And Tucker gets chucked.
No. You're talking about Bob Cole.
Bob Cole,
Oh,
sorry.
that's... Yeah.
Bob McCowan is fan 590.
Yeah.
Okay.
Primetime sports.
Oh, yeah, he's an obnoxious asshole with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
glasses.
That's an act, and I like him a lot.
Okay.
Anyways,
So Bob Cole
He's not
was-
on Hockey Central anymore. They kicked him off there, too, didn't they?
Bob McCowan was never on Hockey Central.
Was it? Oh, no. Who am I thinking of?
Nick
Bill
Caprios?
McLean.
Bob McLean.
This is Canadian.
No.
This is Canadian sports announcers
Doug
for our
McLean.
international
Doug
listeners.
McLean.
I'm not of no interest to any of you. But there's also so if you were to do the Bob Cole, it goes, and Tucker gets pressed into the boards, and he doesn't like it.
And he didn't like it. Up the boards, oh baby!
Because that's the thing. It's all night long. It's
Is
the
that
exact
the
same.
Mac?
And Tucker goes offside, and was he? The linesman says, yes.
I feel like that guy's almost sitting in his seat the whole time. He's not quite sitting down. He's just waiting.
That's I think
Is
impressions.
he's
are
the
best.
Mackinac guy?
Mackinac Peach guy.
Bob, no,
like,
Bob,
holy-
Bob-
No, that's Joe Bowen.
Joe
Bowen.
Bowen.
Willie and I met
Mackinac.
him on the rivalry train last year.
Oh my
yeah.
god. What a horrible fucking experience for those people. other than you. Hey, we have to hang out with fans for an undetermined amount of time.
They loved it. Like Shane Corson was like legitimate, like, and I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
He looked like he was legitimately interested in what I was doing. He was like,
Really?
He's like, Mikey, fuck, when are they serving beer, buddy? I need a fucking beer.
No
Uli told me he was like trying to find a party for when they got back to town. He's like, should I get out in Oshawa? Should I get out in Oshawa?
So he's like, Mikey, you're not drinking on the train home? I'm like, nah, man, I had a big night last night. I'm not drinking on the way home, on the train ride home. I'm like, I don't work Monday, though. Maybe I'll have a few this afternoon. He's like, oh, really? Where are you going? What are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to just go to the local bar up the road. He's like, what's it called?
No
Where
way.
are you going? I'm just like, Shaner, you want to come with me?
Shaner, you want to go?
You want to come? You can come.
I
with
mean,
me.
these are guys that when they got the time off, they fucking rage no matter what. They're
Oh,
like
these
wherever
are
they
these
go.
are
The minute they're
these
not
are
getting played.
ex-NHLers, man. These guys can drink.
Oh, they're ex-NHLers on the train. I thought they were
Shane
current.
Carson, Darcy Tucker was
Oh,
there.
I thought there's like current players. I'm like, you're riding the train. I was
No,
like,
ex-players, yeah.
Ex-players.
oh, I didn't
They're
understand
Leafs
it.
alumni. They just
So they're like, they don't touch a drop for the season and then power drink through the summer,
what are you talking about?
potentially.
No, these this is
Back
back
then,
in the 90s.
Who was that?
These guys are telling stories like, holy shit.
You probably know what I'm talking about. That French Canadian goalie who got pinned. They didn't wear face masks at the time, or either that or his mask got removed. But you can see someone takes a slap shot and he intentionally puts his face in front of the puck.
Johnny Bauer.
Johnny Bauer wasn't a goalie.
Yeah, it was.
He was.
Oh, I thought. Okay, fuck. That's the guy I used to work for his brothers and stuff.
Johnny Bauer?
I didn't know. I thought he was a player. Oh, fuck.
No, he's a very famous goalie.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy that put his face in front of the puck to stop it.
More
instead
than a
of-
few times.
No, but he was pinned down, like his arms were pinned,
Yeah. Well, because usually, like, the puck never went like above your like thigh.
Yeah.
Like it was a very, it was a much more sportsman-like.
The tipping thing. I think the tipping thing is actually irritating because
That's just because it's become more of a finesse sport around that.
But it's so. One time, it's very skillful to me. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about.
My
But it
favorite
seems
part
very
is
skillful
going to be about listening to Jimmy complain about you talking about hockey on this podcast.
Here's what I'm at. I'm just asking
go
other
ahead.
guys that are coordinated. When you're tipping a puck, say mid slap shot, you're tipping a puck.
Yeah.
I don't think you have any control of what you're doing. You're just redirecting and hoping that it's going to fuck the goalie over, right?
Now,
You're just giving the puck a new direction and it's going to fuck the goalie.
What do
over.
you want to talk about?
All right. I just thought it's kind of a shit thing to do. Like, what if the slap shot was already good in the first place? I think it's kind of a shit thing. I think goalie's got a harder job now.
No, you're just missing the art of it.
well, that is they're trying to beat the goalie. The
Yeah,
goalie already has an eye on the slap shot, and now you're redirecting it.
That's tough, though. That's really tough on a goalie.
Yeah.
He's got a hard enough job already.
But that's why they
really
why
hard
they
job.
do it. They do it to beat the goalie.
I get beating goalies, but it seems like a cheap way to beat the goalie. It seems like a not fair way. Like, I deal with slap shots and wrist shots all day. Now I got to deal with this guy doing a fucking 120.
A slap shot or
Tell
wrist
you-
shot straight at him.
And this guy's going
Easy.
to tip
Yeah,
it
tell
and make
tell
it
your
some random
tell your
direction.
defenseman to get this asshole out in front of you. Then
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, if you were just standing out there, nobody else around, no screens, nothing, and the goalie can see you coming, and you just take a slap shot, stopped 99.9% of the time.
nowadays,
a
for sure.
slap shot, yeah,
Nowadays.
not a breakaway.
A slap shot, wrist shot, doesn't matter unless he dekes you completely. It stopped 99% of the time.
wait a minute.
So you have to find a way to trick the
at
goalie.
NHL hockey, say penalty shot hockey, breakaways only. You're saying that their saves are more common than goals?
Yes,
You think so?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I wouldn't have thought
probably
so.
60-40.
Anyone who's 50%.
I thought they deke out goalies more than not.
probably 60-40. And you got to keep in mind those guys that they're signing up for the shootout are the three best guys they got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're putting like
Yeah. I
B
guess
line
so.
or D liner,
yeah.
like yeah.
Why not just start a little breakaway league? Why not have a 3-on-3
no one-
league or something?
they should. Well, I don't want to take this over with fucking sports shit, but
No, it's fine.
they
With
need to
3-on-3
change
league,
it. They got to get rid of the shootouts in the NHL and go back.
McDee's tried to talk about sports 1,000 times on here.
Well, here's the thing. Why
Do you
don't have
moderate him?
He does, but why don't have someone who with an ignorant opinion be like, okay, from an outsider's perspective, wouldn't this be more effective? I think a 3-on-3 league would be a little more exciting.
League.
Hockey.
League. They do 3-on-3 overtime now, and I think that's going over well.
I think it should be 10 minutes, but
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Get rid of the shootout. Just make it unlimited 3-on-3. Who cares?
sure, it won't
they're
go.
gonna- they're
10
gonna
minutes is
score
enough.
eventually.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
they go 20 minutes, that'll be the record.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get guys on both benches just like fuck it, just score.
Yeah. It's just
care anymore.
it's breakaways back and forth, and there's only so
2-on-1s
long.
all day long.
It only can go on for so long. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I think we can call this.
Yeah,
at
I was
this
going to
point.
say, do you want to close that with one more thing?
What do you want to close?
Do you want
out
to
with?
recommend any current punk bands? Anyone recommend any current punk bands?
Right now, I actually went back in the day. Well, actually, you know what? There is somebody I'd like to shoot out or shout out. That's the Crease Rule. A friend of mine just put out a 3-song EP. It's a pop punk kind of thing. They got a couple. There's one fast track. It's almost like I don't know. It's a pop punk thing. It's on Apple Music and Spotify, I think, and all that shit. So they're called the Crease Rule.
Do you listen to Pears?
That's what I'm about to. I was about to talk about Paris.
Their new
Somebody
song?
just
fucking
told
song
me
by
about that.
Paris.
That new one?
It's incredible.
That's really good.
Pears, right?
Yeah, I got it like 3 or 4 days ago on Instagram. I'm like, this is fucking incredible.
Yeah,
like,
it's really
why
good.
haven't my friends told me about this? Yet?
I'll have to check
I
that out.
only saw it yesterday. I mean, I've got their first 2 albums, and they're all right. Like, they're good. But I heard that song, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because
All right,
they're cycling back through this not a screamo thing, but they're keeping
it's-
it together, and
I'll
then
have to
they're
check
like
it out. I
they're
haven't
doing this
checked
like
that out.
melodic chorus and then going back into it.
It's really good.
It's got like a
It's really good.
propaganda thing. It's really good. It's
I'm gonna
really
check
good.
that out. It's on Apple Music.
That's Pears. Yeah, that's Pears. You want to check them out?
New
And-
album out March 6th.
and I think
on Fat Records.
What's the song called?
They're on Fat.
Yeah.
What was the song
I don't know.
called?
You have to look it up.
I think I just had.
Comfortably Dumb.
Yes, comfortably dumb. yes,
Comfortably
well
Dumb.
done.
Yeah, I've seen so many ads for that.
Comfortably
I'll check
dumb.
that
Yeah.
out. I went back today. I was listening to Youth Decay.
They're good.
It's one album, but Youth Decay fucking rips.
I don't know.
No,
All right, so
you'd like that. It's old. It's a few years old now, but it used
So from
to,
here on
used
out, we're
to
gonna do some punk rock recommendations. We're gonna do some comedic album recommendations. I'll leave the punk to you. I'll do the comedy albums. And we'll have T-Ron on here. He's gonna discuss any new sports trivs.
Well, I'll see you in about
And
8
Bond.
months.
Yeah. Oh, Bond stuff.
and Bond stuff.
I mean, how often do I
I'm into that Bond
come,
sesh
come
though.
around drinking when you guys are doing a podcast?
You're gonna be a regular guest. A lot of people are gonna be regular guests, but you're gonna be on here. Okay.
Well,
This is actually your first ever podcast experience, listening or otherwise.
There's a cat.
you know what? In all fairness, I listened to the first 4 minutes of this podcast, and one of the commentators talked about having sex with someone, and I was just like, I'm done here.
One of the commentators.
Well, it was me or you.
We track him down. Track that fucker down.
I'm gonna go with you.
Well, I did a non-disclosure agreement on all of it, so it's fine.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Can I see the stamp of approval?
He
on that?
did not.
Who notarized it?
None of
I
these
burned
things.
it.
We're trying not to mention full names. I mean, we mentioned yours because now you're on it, and we've mentioned yours in the past though.
Oh yeah, a lot.
You don't give a shit.
A lot.
I got enough going on.
And we've
in my
mentioned a
life.
few, but whatever. They're people who listen or people that we don't think would give a shit. So
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to sign off, I guess.
yeah,
All right.
I'm Mike Smith.
I'm Justin McDonald.
I'll never be back on here ever again.
This is never gonna work.